And here we are back at the Guilford Wilderness League Championships. Heat 1 of the women's hurdle final. Lane 1, Sirius Wheatley from Kearsarge. Lane 2, Hannah Shatigny from Kingswood. Lane 3, Sana Saeed from Belmont. Lane 4, Tama Ronish from White Mountains. Best seat time coming in, and we're off. Karowski, Lane 5, Interlakes. Lane 6, McKenna, Kingswood. Lane 7, Lovely from Laconia. And Lane 8, Stafford from Kennett. And it looks like White Mountains, Tama Ronish, following in Alex Curtis's footsteps, is going to take this one and become the 2017 Wilderness League Championship. Interlakes champion. Interlakes Karowski was second. Who was third, Cam?
I think it was Kingswood.
Kingswood. So
I was watching Interlakes.
Shatigny, I think, lane 2, or McKenna, lane 6. We'll get the finals for you. Speaking of final results, we have the official results of the women's 4x8 as they get their hurdles going. In 6th place was Interlakes at 11:18. 5th place, Kearsarge, 11:10. 4th place, Plymouth Regional, 10:58. 3rd place, Belmont, 10:18. 2nd place, White Mountains, 10:13. And the women's 4x8 Wilderness League champion is Kennett in 2017, running 10:08.56. That's a pretty legit time on any division, but Division 2, that's going to be one of the top times going into next week as well. I bet you they loaded up on their home track. That's right, Kennett is hosting their first ever Division 2 state championship. For years and years, the Livingston family, who has run that program for 30-plus years now, they've had to travel hours upon hours downstate, if you will, to all the state championships and dual meets. And I've heard stories from Bernie and Eileen about getting up at 4:30, 5 o'clock to get there. And for the first time, they don't have to travel. I think that's a well-earned spot to be able to host. So congratulations to them. We are 100% certain that the community has wrapped their arms around this event, and they're going to put on a first-rate event next week.
No, but all you guys have to travel.
That's okay.
Everyone else.
Hey, you know what? 1 or 2 years, that's okay. They've earned that, I think. Plus, if it's as beautiful as it is here,
right.
I think it's worth it. Men's 4x8 final results. The top 6, Portsmouth Christian, 8:39.78. 5th, Belmont, 8:39.68. 4th, Prospect Mountain, 8:36.44. 3rd, Kennett, 8:36.26. 2nd, Kingswood, 8:32.45. And the champion 4x8 team from Interlakes, Cam Daly's Interlakes, 8:28.28. They pick up the all-important 10 points. So after one event scored, Interlakes is in the lead with 10 points. Kingswood second, Kennett third, 4th Prospect Mountain. And on the women's side, Kennett is winning right now. White Mountain second, Belmont third. And that all will change as we go along during the day. Pole vault was won in about 13 feet. We'll get those results for you as well. Shot put is often going behind us as well, and javelin and discus. So we'll get those results as we go along. In the finals of the men's hurdles, we have lane 1, David Wallace, Kearsarge. Lane 2, Ian Reminar, Belmont. Lane 3, Hudson Ingoldsby from Prospect Mountain. Lane 4, Fiston Kapongo from Portsmouth Christian. Lane 5, Eli Allman from Belmont. I think he's the favorite. Lane 6, Grant Croft. He looked really good in the prelims. Grant Croft, Kearsarge. Lane 7, Isaac Sheehan from Kingswood. And lane 8, Aiden Rupp from Belmont. Guns up. Start. Fair start. That looks like Reminar's in the lead. He's got the early lead. Second, it looks like Inglesby from Prospect Mountain. Portsmouth Christian. Reminar's your champion. Kapongo from Portsmouth Christian second. Inglesby from Prospect Mountain third. But as predicted, Reminar. No, that wasn't Reminar. I'm sorry. That was Eli Allman. Eli Allman takes the title in 2017 Wilderness League Championships. So now we're gearing up for the 100 dash. We'll have those finalists for you momentarily. Hey, need the 100 dash. 100 dash finalists. We need the heat sheet for that if you have them. Final results of the women's high hurdles. In 6th place was Cerise Wheatley from Kearsarge, 18:47. 5th place, Georgia Stafford from Kennett, 18:44. 4th place, Sana Saeed from Belmont, 17:97. 3rd place, Eileen McKenna from Kingswood, 17:79. 2nd place, Amanda Karowski from Interlakes, 17:70. And Tama Ronish from White Mountains wins it in 17:05. Here we are with the girls' 100 final. Lane 1, Maria Craig from Kingswood. Lane 2, Brianna Fraser from Guilford. Lane 3, Holly Olson from Portsmouth Christian. Lane 4, Meyer Jordan from Plymouth Regional. Jordan Myers probably is the favorite. Lane 5, Selena Gauthier from Kennett. Lane 6, Coral Marchant from Plymouth. Lane 7, Morgan Gammons from Laconia. And Lane 8, Selah Budd from Kearsarge.
All right, where do you think he is?
Probably over by Stent, yeah. I'm all good.
You all right? You need anything?
I'm good.
Was he talking in it?
Fair start, here we are. Fair start. It's Gauthier versus Meyer. Looks like Meyer has the early lead, and she's going to stride to the finish. Meyer's going to be your 2017 Wilderness League champion, followed by Gauthier from Kennett and Olson from Portsmouth Christian. We'll get those final results for you, the official results for you momentarily. That was a great race by Meyer. Again, like we said, she has one of the fastest times in the state. Now men's, we move on to the men's 100 final. Lane 1 is Michael Welch from Kennett. Lane 2 is Mark Forgione from Belmont. Lane 3, Jordan Dawson from Plymouth. Lane 4, Noah Lautenschlager from Kennett. He had the fastest time out of the prelims. Lane 5, River Matheo from Belmont. Lane 6, Tucker Gosselin from Kingswood. Lane 7, Denver Borgalt from Kingswood. Lane 8, Fiston Kapongo, who just placed second in the high hurdles. Portsmouth Christian. I don't see him down there, though. So he might be sitting this one out.
In 5th place,
Is your mom taking care of you over there, Cam?
Yeah, she is. we heard a little bit of that.
Kid always love that.
in 3rd place, Kirk Badger.
We do have final results of men's pole vault. 6th place was Sam Kalask from Kearsarge, 8-6. 5th place was Jack Parker from White Mountains, 9-6. 4th place, Kaylin Druin from Kennett, 9-6. 3rd place, Kirk Badger from Kennett, 10 feet. 2nd place, John Cunningham from Kearsarge, 11 feet. And 1st place, your Wilderness League champion, was Grant Croft from Kearsarge, 12 feet. 12 feet. And Kearsarge right now has the lead in the team standings with 19 points over Kennett with 16 points. Interlakes with that 4x8 win with 10 points in 3rd. Men's 100. Settling into the blocks. Set. Fair start. Lautenschlager from Kennett. Lautenschlager from Kennett will take the win. Look like Plymouth's Jordan Dustin was 2nd. And Kingswood Tucker Gosselin was 3rd, it looks like. We will be checking out. Hey, was that the guy that pulled his hamstring muscle?
No, I don't think
No.
so.
No, he was from Kennett. Kingswood has a wrap, though. So, dangerous a week before state meet doing that, but maybe he didn't qualify yet. So there you are with the 100 dash. Next we have up is a 1600. Girls will be first. Not to the line quite yet. Did your mom give you any sunscreen? I might struggle with that today.
Did she bring me any
My
sunscreen?
mom lives in Montana. I don't get a chance.
I don't know. She might have.
No, don't worry about it. All right, here we are, 1600.
Isaac Sheehan of Kingswood. In 5th place, Ian Remenar of Belmont. In 4th place, Grant Croft of Kearsarge. In 3rd place,
Is there just one heat?
Looks that way.
in 2nd place, Fiston Kapongo of Portsmouth Christian.
The finals of we have the results of the men's hurdles. 6th place was Isaac Sheehan from Kingswood, 17:52. 5th place, Ian Remenar from Belmont, 17:15. Grant Croft from Kearsarge was 4th, 16:80. 3rd was Hudson Inglesby from Prospect Mountain, 16:52. 2nd place, Fiston Kapongo from Portsmouth Christian, 16:05. And the men's champion, boys champion of Wilderness League 2017 was Eli Allman, 15:67. Earning an all-important 10 points there. Waiting on the heat sheets to introduce the ladies here. Kearsarge, obviously lane 1, Kennett lane 2, Plymouth lane 3, Kennett lane 4. sheets. I need the 1600. Fair start.
Do you usually put the kids' name in here? Like, do they introduce themselves and say their name? No, I hear that.
Fair start in the 1600. Kennett right now is in the lead. Kara Shart's second. Kennett third. Helps if we had the names, right, Cam?
Yeah.
Cam, you should know all these people.
Oh man.
You just graduated last year. You have
I
a young
know.
mind. You should
Yeah.
know all these people.
From Division 2?
Sure.
I feel like that's on you.
It's a little bit on me, but
Let's see. I know one name.
who's in second from Kearsarge?
I'm sorry, I don't know. I know Molten Borough's Rachel Smith.
that? Who's your girl? What's her name? Tell me the name. Maddie Cook. That's Maddie Cook. I have on good authority of Ernie Brake, the man, the legend, taking the lead in the. What were they at the 400?
Looks like 86.
86. It's not a bad start.
No.
Definitely under 6 minute pace. 5:44 pace right now. So in this race, we got Maddie Cook from Kearsarge, Jordan Belle-Isle from Kennett, Libby Vandemore from Plymouth, Leah Telemark from Kennett, Amanda Esters from Portsmouth Christian, Jasmine Piper from Winnisquam, Elizabeth Ralph from Guilford, Rachel Smith from Moultonborough, Grace Trites from Kingswood. 10th, McQueen Wen from Bishop Brady. I'm going to make you do names. Sarah Kaczynski from Portsmouth Christian and Yaxi Stahap from Plymouth. It's Y-A-X-Y. Yazi? Maybe I'm right with that one. So right now we still have Cook in the lead. We'll see where they are when they come through the 800. When we get a moment, I'll announce the results for the women's 100 and men's 100, the final results and their times.
First call, boys javelin. Boys javelin is starting up. All javelin throwers report to boys javelin.
So Maddie Cook is she's going to lead gun to tape. That's pretty hard to do in the mile.
Results of the women's
Cam, how often did you do that on a championship level? How often would you want to do that, and how often did you have to do that?
Want to 0 times. Have to a lot.
2:59 through the 800. So just sub 6 minute pace. She's not getting a lot of help.
I usually let Dom lead.
That's smart. Winnisquam's Piper is second. Belle-Isle's third, and Plymouth's Vandemore is fourth at this point in time. Leading that next pack, looks like Kingswood's Grace Trite is leading that next pack. With Yazi Stapp right behind her. And Kennett's Leah Telemark right behind her. But it looks like Telemark's making a move in the backstretch. But again, Maddie Cook is in a comfortable lead right now.
Yeah, just opened up a pretty big gap over the last 400 meters.
Looks like Kenneth Belle-Isle starting to do some work. I'm sorry. Looks like Vandemore is starting to do some work. There's 2 heats of the women's 1600, so this is the first heat. So this is not necessarily going to be for points unless they run blazing fast. Looks like we got 3 heats of the boys 1600 as well. So again, it's Maddie Cook. So we have to change the way we're announcing this. She's trying to put down a time that could place in the top 6, which is a tough thing to do, but you never know. Someone can pop something here. But yeah, leading gun to tape, especially on the college level, hardly ever works.
No.
It's good to at least have one person to run with. And through the 1200, she was about 434, 435. So if she does a little kick here, maybe she could sneak under 6 minutes. Could be a PR for her. Okay, coming around with 200 to go is still Maddie Cook. Battling for second is still that. Actually, they have 4 now battling for second. In 5th place, looks like she might come around and come all the way to second if she keeps rolling. Maddie Cook, they are catching her a little bit, but I think she has enough room. The others don't have enough real estate to catch her. You got a clock on this, Cam?
I do, yeah. We're working at 5:55 right now.
Oh, mad kick for the finish here.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's between Libby Vandermoor and one of the Kennan runners. So what was the winning time there? Was 6:0?
It's like 6:05.
6:05. Okay, so 6:05. We'll see how that pans out. Kingswood, Portsmouth Christian. That's Amanda Esters from Portsmouth Christian coming across. Plymouth's Yazi Stapp. Brady's Wynn. And Kaczynski from Portsmouth Christian. Guilford Elizabeth Ralph just coming across now. In the next heat, this is going to be the heater heat. We used to call it down south the heater heat.
That sounds good.
Women's 1600. Top seed coming in is Maya Doobie, 526. Peyton Giles, White Mountains, 528 seed. Alice Riley, 3rd seed from Belmont, 528. Rebecca Veely from Altonboro, 537. Dahlia Cormier, 540 from Laconia. Then we got Leah Duchowicz from White Mountains. Ainsley Towers, Plymouth. Hannah O'Neill, White Mountains. Melissa Brown from Kennett. Riley Stewart from Kennett. Marlise Bear from Kearsarge. Anna Grafton from Bishop Brady. And Caitlin Callahan from Guilford. Final results from the women's 100. 6th place was Maria Craig from Kingswood, 1390. Brianna Fraser was 5th place, 1382 from Guilford. 4th was Holly Olson, Portsmouth Christian, 1372. 3rd place Corral Marchant from Plymouth, 1367. Selena Gauthier from Kennett, 1342. And 2nd was Jordan Meyer, Plymouth Regional, 1301. And in the men's, fair start in the women's 1600. Men's, 6th place was Fiston Capongo, Portsmouth Christian, 1255. Mark Forgione, Belmont was 5th in 1198. River Matteo from Belmont, 1197 was 4th. Jordan Dilson from Plymouth Regional was 3rd, 1190. Tucker Goslin from Kingswood, 1180. And Noah Lautenschlager is your 2017 Wilderness League champion in 1157. So fair start in the women's 1600. That is not Maya Doobie from Kearsarge in the lead, taking it out pretty hard. We'll see who that is coming around, taking it out hard. See a good camera.
Looks like a Plymouth athlete.
So that could be Ainsley Towers. We'll see in a minute here. Ainsley Towers from Plymouth is out in the early lead. She's going through in 78, 79, 80 with the pack. Riley's is a veteran here, and she's going to be kind of biding her time from Belmont. And they're starting to reel in Towers here. She might have gotten out a little bit over her head. But in that front pack, we have Dahlia Cormier from Laconia. Alice Riley now starting to kind of put her stamp on this race. Maya Doobie's in that front pack as well. And Peyton Giles from White Mountains is also in that front pack. Try to get you more of the names as they come around again. This is a nice championship race here. It's shaping up pretty nicely with about 5 or 6 challenging Riley. Riley's in 2 events today, 1600 and 3200. I'd imagine she might be doing the same thing next week. We'll see. She's one of the strongest distance runners in Division III. So that's Peyton Giles right behind her from White Mountains. Content with letting her lead. Not a lot of wind today, so it's not really tucking in behind them. You don't necessarily have to tuck in behind somebody to break for that person to break the wind. Yeah, it's Giles. Riley first, Giles second, Doobie third, Cormier fourth, and Moulton Burrows Bailey is fifth. Were they through the half there?
It's
About
like 244.
244, so
Yeah.
5:38. I'm sorry, 5:28 pace.
Doesn't look like you're going to be able to score from the
No,
first heat.
no, not yet. I think they went out pretty conservative, actually.
Mhm.
I think we're going to see a pretty good, cool last 700 here or so. Challenging Riley right now, again, is Giles. We'll see if she tries to make a move or if she bides her time. I guess there is a little bit of a breeze on that backstretch. We'll see if she waits till about mid-turn here. Right now, you can tell when someone's putting down the hammer a little bit when they spread out and they're not all bunched up. And right now they're spread out in a line of 5. Doobie, I tell you, she looks good. Third place from Kearsarge. Riley's still just stringing them out. We'll see what their 1200 split is. Moulton Burrows, Bailey is making a move to move up into the pack. Moves into third. Doobie didn't like that. Maya didn't like that too much, so now she's moving up. Where are they through the 1200?
Like 411.
411, so here we go. They pop a little 80 here. They could be a little bit under 5. They could be right around 530. Riley's starting to put the hammer down right off that turn, putting the hammer down. John Gogol coached. They got some pretty good coaching staff at Belmont. John Gogol, Scott Clark.
Yeah.
They got a lot of years of experience there, so I'm sure they've schooled her on how to win races. In hot pursuit of Riley and making it back up to her pretty well is Moulton Burrows, Rebecca Veely. Look for her to challenge her. She's coming right up on her shoulder on the turn. It's going to be who has the most strength via speed right now, isn't it?
Yeah, Becky used to be a 400-meter runner, so it's interesting. Sometimes you lose some speed endurance. You think she'd have good closing speed, but she might just be cooked from the longer race.
Well, Riley definitely controlled that whole race. She's on her way to winning. She controlled the whole race, and sometimes you got to do that to burn off the sprinters. And if Becky was a 400-meter runner, she did precisely what she had to do.
Right.
She's smiling as she comes across her line in
5:25.
5:25. Second is Bailey. Third is Doobie from Kearsarge. Fourth is Giles from White Mountains, and fifth is Cormier from Laconia. Sixth is a battle between Kennett's, Melissa Brown, and Plymouth's Ainsley Towers. So there's your top finishers of the women's 1600.
She closed that race really well. You see, something that I've been working on this year is like finishing a race and kind of trying to wind down, not just like kick with 150 out, like really from like a kilometer to go. Since I'm running longer races, it's just like starting to like tick down, every 100.
And that's probably something you have to employ almost every time, because college, obviously, there's not a lot of sit and kick races where you can sprint just the last 50.
No. So it looks like that was something that she did kind of from 600 out, it seems like.
That was definitely a Gogol Clark thing to teach. All right, we got heat number 1 of the men's 1600, 1 of 3. I hope the camera has Scott Clark right now. He's just running this thing. So we have Paul Dunham from Franklin, Dakota Bryan from Kennett, Gabriel Mola from Kennett, Matt Duffield from Interlakes, Joe Detola from Interlakes, Tom Lick from Kearsarge, Matt Corso from Portsmouth Christian, Stephen Woods from Moulton Borough, teammate Seamus Gleason from Moulton Borough is right next to him, Matthew McDonough from Guilford, Sam Tucker from Messinic, Joseph Wasson from Kingswood, Ben Parsons from Plymouth, and John Lyons from Plymouth. I got you guys covered. Sounds better over here.
Yeah.
All right, fair start. Let me just share this. So this looks like Dunham from Franklin's out to the early lead. So there's 3 heats here. They all had to qualify, so please understand that. They're all qualified athletes. And this is one of those heats where, this is it for these guys. More than likely, they don't have a provisional qualifier to D3 in this first heat of 3. And this is it. This is their peak race. They've trained for this. They couldn't have lucked out with better weather. So is that Matt Duffield or Joe DeTola from
That's
Interlakes?
Matt Duffield.
Okay. I'm going to let you take this one over. You got 2 of your teammates there.
Yeah, Joe DeTola. Matt's a senior. Joe's a freshman. Yeah.
'73. It's not
Pretty
bad.
good.
Sub-5 pace
Yeah.
for a freshman?
Yeah.
Or is that the senior?
They look good. The seniors out there, they're close. They're close. I'd love to see the freshman beat the senior. That'd be sweet.
Senior doesn't like to see that.
No. Thank you.
The record in the men's 1600,
418.
418, I believe. Well, how do you know that, Cam? How do you know that, Cam?
I don't know. I've run it 3-4 times. Never broken the record, but
Bernie Livingston's son, Sean Livingston, owns that record, 418.24. So how close did you come to that? At this meet, per
At
se.
this meet, I think I ran 4:21 my sophomore year. Like I was saying when I fell asleep, and then I think I ran
Hey,
4:21.
I would have knocked the falling asleep. I used to take naps in college because the college meets, as you know
Yeah.
now, are so long.
Oh, it's crazy.
So I used to take naps for 20 to 30 minutes and start my day all over again right before, about an hour and a half before my event. And it's at different strokes for different folks.
It's tough, especially I raced at like 10:40 p.m. I raced a 5K that late.
So going through the half 2:36, that's still Paul Dunham in the lead. So 5:12 pace, and your boys from Interlakes. That's the freshman making a move there,
Yeah,
Cam.
he is, man. He's trying to close this gap.
Did you teach him that one?
Yeah, I did.
I think he's going to win. I can look at him right now, and I think he's going to win.
I'll take a little credit for that. Yeah, he's looking pretty good.
All right, makes the pass in the back stretch.
Wow.
Pull his teammate along with him.
Wow.
It's Kearsarge's Tom Lick. Tom Lick. You think he's from French Lick, Indiana, originally? Who's
hope
from
so.
French Lick, Indiana, Cam? You don't know?
I'm
Cam,
sorry.
come
I
on.
don't know.
It's
From
basketball
French Lick,
player.
Indiana.
One of the best
I
Celtic
know,
player
I
of all
know.
time.
You gave me a hint, but I was about to say Larry Bird.
Okay, good. I knew you
But
were.
I didn't need the. I
I
didn't
knew
need
you
the
were.
hint. From French Lick.
It's from French Lick, baby. All right, got some results from the shot put. Sixth place was Jace Sanborn, 39 feet 8 inches from White Mountain. Second place was Chase Drowse from Bishop Brady, 39 feet 9 1/4 inches. Fourth place, Garrett Smith from Prospect Mountain, 40 feet 1/4 inch. Third place was Ethan Pruitt from Newfound Regional, 40 feet 1 inch. And second place, Jacob Dearborn from Kingswood, 40 feet 4 1/4 inches. As we have the freshman going through the 1200 and 359. They're going to have to really book it to try to break 5 minutes, but we could be looking at a sub 5:10 here for a freshman. That's not too shabby. Kingswood's Joseph Wasson, who was ranked towards the bottom here, is making a play for second, almost first.
Yeah, he's making his move. Wow, really decisive move.
So Leo, and what do you think that name is?
Oh man.
Turner Rorikas from Newfound. Hate to butcher your name, Leo. I'm sorry about that, but 46 feet 8 and 1/2 inch. You are the Wilderness League 2017 shot put champion. Congratulations.
Wow. So
Okay.
Joseph Wasson made a huge move.
To take the lead big time.
Yeah, big time.
And then second place looks like Molten Burrows. Is that Stephen Woods or Seamus Gleason? Actually, it doesn't matter. They're second and third now. So we're
back.
So coming through with the win in the first heat, 5:08, is Joseph Wasson. And that looks like it was Stephen Woods in second, Seamus Gleason in third. As these guys are rolling through, finishing up.
Yeah, it looks great.
Finishing up their 2017 season. Again, you know, it's what's so cool about this sport. This is a varsity level track meet, obviously, and these guys are competing at a championship meet, and they're able to get that sort of taste, and hopefully a lot of freshmen and sophomores, they come back next year ready to roll. All right, heat number 2. Lane 1, heat number 2, Garrison Hiltz from Plymouth, O'Neill from Kennett, Fabiano Poutre from Messinic, Pauling from Kearsarge, Charles Aranello from Kingswood, Zach Kennedy from Plymouth, Jack Longo from Portsmouth Christian, Ben Bolton from Kearsarge, Joey Lennon from Laconia, Dan Engelson from Laconia, Evan Cochran from Belmont, Sam Heiliger from White Mountains, Oscar Miller from Bishop Brady, and Nate Cormier from Prospect Mountain. Heat number 2. We could possibly see somebody here maybe break into it, but there's some studs in heat 1. I don't see that happening either. They're studs and they're veterans. So we'll see. Fair start. A little bit of jostling, but that's normal. What was the worst situation you were in, Cam, with physical contact in a race?
Contact.
And you can include cross country if you need to.
I was racing this Belmont. It's called Belmont Invitational.
Yeah.
Last year, which is over 5K. Scott Clark would have it race that's over 5K.
Gogol designed that one. 5,142 meters.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
That's Fabiano Poutre from Messinic in the lead.
we were running through the rain, and I was actually running next to Dom Rapucci, and he looks at me and just splashes me, steps in water. I guess I'm not sure if that really counts, but we did our fair share.
That
of
counts
pushing.
as messing around.
Yeah. we did our fair share of pushing around.
Looks like Garrison Hitz from Plymouth is taking the lead, and his teammates right next to him. So one of them's Garrison Hitz, and one of them's Zach Kennedy, and they're coming through in 72. So 4:48 pace, a bit faster than the first heat, which is expected.
His teammates taking over.
Yeah, it's a nice pack. I mean, this could be a good push. Sometimes you get in these slower heats, and just because you're not necessarily looking at 15 guys ahead of you, like some of those Tuesday dual meets, you're looking at people that are the same guys that are kind of the same level, and you could push each other because you're going for the win for the first time. So that's where sometimes you can see a drop in time by 8 to 10 seconds, even in the 1600. Did you splash him back?
Did I splash him back? No, I just shoved him over. Oh, he's down.
Someone just went down. Look, sportsmanship.
Looks like his
Sportsmanship.
teammate
Who was
helped
that
him
teammate that helped him up?
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty good. Teammate stops,
he's
helped him up.
back.
Now he's back with a vengeance.
Wow.
I fell in a race in college at Duke University in the 1500.
Oh.
The first 150 meters.
Did it get called back?
Nope.
Oh.
It should have. Because
Yeah.
it was close to the end of the first 100.
Dang.
And I rolled up and still finished pretty good. So it's all in the roll. If you roll quickly and you get up quickly, you'll be fine. If you sit there whining, asking for mom, then that's a problem. All right, so I think this is Zach Kennedy from Plymouth Regional. No, Garrison Hitz from Plymouth Regional going through in, what, about 228?
Yeah, I think he was the one who fell, too.
Yeah, he looks
Right
tremendous.
back up to the front.
He's been flanked by Snowden O'Neill from Kennett. That's pretty admirable. He's the one that fell,
Yeah, I think so.
and then he got rolled right back up. His
Yeah.
teammate's sitting in 5th right now, but he was the one that went back from him. You're absolutely right, because that's who I saw going back.
Mhm. Yeah, and then he came back. Well, he probably ran like a 14-second 100 to catch up.
Oh,
He's
Kennett,
going fast.
Kennett's, and he might be paying for it now, because
Yeah.
Kennett's O'Neill just went by, but let's see if he has a response. So have you ever fallen?
I've fallen across the line my freshman year at Freshman Nationals. It was like 99 degrees.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yep. Since then, no. But I got spiked probably during almost every single race this year, which is not something that has ever happened before. I used to spike Dom all the time, but I've never been spiked. But I would just finish races and there'd be blood all over my legs. It's kind of gross.
Messinik's Michael Fabiano Poutre just made a nice move around the pack to move into third. Snowden's going through the 1200, about 344. He needs about a 75 to go under 5 minutes. And Fabiano Poutre from Messinik is going to move into second. Snowden looks like he has this one under control, but still a lot of racing left. A lot of movement in this backside of the pack. That's Joey Lennon from Laconia moving up on the outside as well. But right now, it looks like Snowden O'Neill's in full control. How's the backstretch look with Messinik's?
Looks like he's really opened this up. That seems to be the strategy today in these slower heats. Just with like 400, 300 to go, they're just really going for it.
So coming around, we got Snowden O'Neill. They are coming back on him a bit.
Yeah, a little
And that's Laconia's Joey Lennon coming hard the last 100. 450 right now. Snowden O'Neill definitely has this in the bag, but the fight's for second. So about a 456, 457 for O'Neill. Joey Lennon second. And then Plymouth and two Kearsarge boys, Trevor Pauling and Ben Bolton coming in fourth and fifth. But Garrison Hiltz definitely gets the Yeoman's award for that, falling, getting back up. Might have panicked a bit there and took
Yeah,
off
a little
after
bit.
him, but that's something he'll learn. Can't panic. Got to rock and roll. Nice and relaxed. Okay. Here's the heater heat of the 1600 boys. We got Jake Movisian from Messinik, Owen Wisdala from Kingswood, Nick Randos from Belmont, Sam Call from White Mountains, Tyler McLaughlin from Molten Borough, DJ Turner from Messinik, Hunter Barnes from Kearsarge, Dylan McLaughlin, Tyler's brother from Molten Borough, Logan Tebow from Messinik, Wyatt Pooler from Kingswood, Zach Hartman from Portsmouth Christian, Logan Brawl from Laconia, Noah Cornish from Berlin, Kristen Maris from Kennett, and Larrett Gamboa from Portsmouth Christian. I'd have to say Movisian is the favorite.
I'd say so. We got these two brothers from Molten Borough that have been running pretty well this year, so that'll be interesting to watch them race each other. I always like racing my brother. I'm glad he was a lot younger than me, though. I didn't really lose to him that much.
That was a good one by the starter. We were a little bit getting excited. Kingswood on the outside. Fair start. Movisian goes right to the lead.
It looks like they're going out pretty hard.
Yep. Movisian's a strength runner. I would not be surprised if he took it out pretty hard. Just in the beginning of this, we get the final results of the women's 1600. Sixth place, Riley Stewart from Kennett, 538. Fifth place, Delia Cormier from Laconia, 534.99. Peyton Giles was fourth from White Mountains, 534.16. Maya Doobie from Kearsarge, 532.40. And third, Becky, right?
Becky.
Veely from, is it Veely?
Veely.
Good. From Molten Borough, 530.24. And Alice Riley is your Wilderness League champion in 526.40 from Belmont. And Movisian's taking it out pretty good there. Looks like Owen Wisdala from Kingswood. Right on him. He's the only one that is right on him right now.
Wow, they're going out really hard.
Yeah, he's going out in 61. So that's 4 flat to 404 pace. I'd be highly surprised if he was able to keep that up.
Yeah.
Sam Call is leading the chase pack. And that's with Nick Randos, Movisian's teammate DJ Turner, and Kearsarge's Hunter Burns. Yeah, pretty fast.
That's pretty ambitious.
Yeah, they're not slowing down too much, though. They're still rocking along there. Looks like Sam Call is making a play for a chase here.
Yeah, he's trying to. That's kind of a hard position to put yourself in. Call it no man's land.
Yeah. I like what Belmont's Nick Randos is doing. He's pretty smart there, and so is Kearsarge's Hunter Burns. Movisian, you have to respect this, though.
Yeah.
Because even if they do slow down, the whole field's going to slow down a little bit. He's taking it to him. He's going to run in control and run his own race. Coached by Mike Smith, another one of the great coaches in New Hampshire. I'm sure they talked about this. Oh,
It slowed down a little bit.
it's on 2:07. It's 4:14 pace, but obviously that slowed down to a 67. So it's 4:28 pace really right now. So he must be going after a PR.
It looks like it.
He's seated at 4:34.71.
The camera's reading no card, so where's the other camera? Greg said there was another camera. And that last interview didn't record.
So looks like Movesian isn't slowing down that much. He's put himself pretty far ahead of the field right now.
So Movesian has burned off Owen Guzdala.
Yeah.
You gotta head to Guzdala. I mean, why not? Why not take a shot here? Especially if he has a state meet provisional
Right.
time.
It's going to be hard to catch him, though. Even if he dies, he's pretty far out.
He looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So see how Jake's doing here. Still looks good.
Yeah.
Looking a little heavy at this point. He looked a lot lighter the first 2 laps. So
3:18.
3:18. So if he even runs a 65, that's 4:23, 4:24.
That's pretty good.
I think Livingston's 1987 record of 4:18 is safe. Again, there we go with Nick Randos. He's going to move into third. Guzdala looks like he might be in a little bit of trouble here. Moultonborough, which one is that? Tyler?
It's Tyler, yeah.
Tyler McLaughlin. I think he's going to,
He looks pretty good.
he and Randos are going to be looking for second and third here.
Yeah.
We'll see if Guzdala has anything left.
Yeah, they're walking him down.
Sam Call is from White Mountains, and also Hunter Burns from Kearsarge. There's your top 6. And they'll be the scores, it looks like. So let's see what Movesian has left in this last 100 here. Still looks strong. He's not going to get caught. Muscling through it. I bet she's in the 3,200 also today. Looks tremendous. And it's Moultonborough's McLaughlin taking the lead, going into second place.
They're closing really well.
Guzdala is coming back. Guzdala has fight left in him, but Tyler McLaughlin is going to be second, 4:33. Guzdala 4:34, and Randos from Belmont 4:35. Tremendous. That top 6 was real strong.
Yeah.
That was a great race. It's a great race. As we go through, top seeds hitting 450. No one from the slower heats are going to make it in. That's okay. And 455. Berlin, Portsmouth Christian coming through under just about 5 flat. So congratulations to Jake Movesian, your 2017 Wilderness League champion. We'll get the official times and official results momentarily. That's how efficient they are here. So coming to the track now will be the 4x1s. Women's first. It's 3 heats of the women's 4x1. In heat 1, lane 3 will be Newfound Regional, lane 4 will be Woodsville. And then they'll fill the heats for lane 2 and for heat 2 and heat 3.
There are only two teams in this?
Only 2 teams. I mean, they had to make a decision at some point here.
Yeah.
It's 14 teams, so you got to make a decision on how you want to do it. Fair start.
A little late on the time.
Fair start. That's okay. Next week, Lancer time, I'll have that all automatic, by the way.
Oh, true. That's
Yeah.
great.
So, on the first exchange, looks like Woodsville's in the lead. Heat cheese are coming pretty quick here. This is good. In
Yeah.
a good rhythm. Again, Cam, you're absolutely right. no better of a day could we have than right
Oh, it's
now.
beautiful. I'm just happy to be back in the mountains
So Brown's in Providence, correct?
in Providence.
So
yeah.
where do you guys train? Where do you guys go for just like a regular distance run where it's a recovery?
Um,
You don't run the streets of Providence, that's for sure.
no. Behind Brown, there's
Newfound wins this about 55 and change. Woodsville second,
We have some
57, 58 and change.
1 second. We have some. There are some pretty nice places to run. I mean, it's nothing like it's flat compared to what I'm used to, which is pretty nice. We actually have a crushed gravel path that we run on a lot.
Yeah.
And we travel to work out and we travel to do our long runs. So we're not running on campus too much.
I gotcha.
We're
So-
actually, if we're tired, we run on just to the turf fields, some soft surface. Gets kind of boring, but
But it could help the legs out on the
yeah, you
soft
gotta
surface.
do what you gotta do.
So in this heat 2, lane 1 is Portsmouth Christian, lane 2 is Prospect Mountain, lane 3 is Winnisquam, lane 4 is Belmont, lane 5 is Kennett, lane 6 is White Mountains. And it's not unusual for a team out of this heat, we'll pay attention to the time, a team out of this heat to possibly score into the final standings. It is the 4x1, anything can happen, batons can get dropped, or you could just have a really good handoffs and you could score out of the second heat. So we'll see how that goes. Women's discus results: 6th place, Ashley LaPointe, 81 feet. 5th place, Angel Jan Dock from Plymouth, 89 feet, 5 inches. Sadie Bushway from White Mountains was 4th and 93 feet, 2 inches. 3rd was Becky Norton from Newfound Regional, 96 feet, 6 inches. 2nd was Shanice Wankana from White Mountains, 97 feet, 6 inches. In 1st place was Grace, your champion in the women's discus, was Grace Jen Sommer from White Mountains, 100 feet, 4 inches. Congratulations to those ladies. So for long runs, where do you travel to?
We travel to this forest area with just dirt roads, which is everyone thinks is hilly, but compared to what I'm used to, is just nothing. We actually don't. Our long runs are not that long compared to a lot of other programs.
So what's your longest long run? What was your longest long run this year, or your average long run?
I was
should
doing
say?
13 almost every weekend. I'm actually gonna be doing like 15, 16 during the summer, but yeah, I did 14 once, so it's not very long.
What kind of paces are you running?
Really depends on the day. I would never usually push the pace, but some of my teammates like to. It could be anywhere from like 6:50 to sometimes like 6 flat. So nothing crazy.
Looks like in this heat, looks like Kennett's in the lead. Prospect Mountain. That's Belmont. Belmont's in the lead. They're going to win this heat. Kennett, they're going to win in about 54 and change. So 54 and change is pretty legit time. So the people in the teams in the heater heat, they're going to have to, they got their work cut out for them, have good handoffs to be able to make sure they score. So it's not an automatic thing. So who is in Heat 3? Heat 3 is Kearsarge lane 1, Plymouth lane 2, Guilford lane 3, Kingswood lane 4, Laconia lane 5, and Interlakes lane 6. So I said 54 and change, right, Cam?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 54 and change. 54 and change will get you, if they break 54, they're going to definitely score. But it looks like Guilford's the top seed in this 4x1. Kingswood is the second seed. But Plymouth, I would think, would have Meyer on the anchor. So if they get anywhere close, they could steal it.
Yeah.
And started just giving a warning to everybody to get down on the infield with the whistle. Old school. Another cool thing about this meet.
Do you know how many years it's been around? Is this?
In 1973,
Yeah, I think this is
I think it was
30.
the first one.
Wow.
40, 46, I believe.
Wow.
1972 was the first one.
Wow.
I wasn't born. Fair start.
I dropped my cup down there.
Off in the first leg. Guilford definitely has a great start here. See about the handoff. Handoff is a perfect handoff. Guilford is way in the lead here.
Wow.
Plymouth is second. If they can keep it tight, you just never know. If Plymouth can keep it tight, you never know. They probably have Meyer on the end. Jordan Meyer, your 100 champion. I don't know if that might be a little bit too much.
Yeah, Guilford's making up.
It's hard with
open a huge gap.
hard with the stagger here. So let's see.
Oh.
That might be too much even for Meyer. Got a tail one. Yep, Guilford's going to come through with the win. Meyer is making it up pretty good, though. Oh, Guilford's got it. Plymouth second. That was 52 and change, 53, 54. I would hazard a guess that the winner of the last race will be sixth place, because it looked like sixth place in that was about 55. So that is great news. But congratulations to the ladies of Guilford winning the 2016 Wilderness League Championship for the 4x1, and all important 10 points on their home track. On their home track, that's always nice on your home track, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Heat number 1, men's 4x1. Second place, lane 2 was Bishop Brady. The only 2 heats in this. Lane 3, White Mountains, and lane 4, Laconia. 6-lane track all the way around, so it's not like the 100 and the hurdles where you have 8 teams in the full track. It's 6 teams. So with 10 schools, they had to split it somehow and have to fill the track for the heater heat, and the other ones are in the second heat. Fair start. There's a White Mountains is out hard. Followed by Bishop Brady and Laconia. Ooh, Laconia making a great move on the backstretch. White Mountains is yet to make up the stagger. Now they made up the stagger. Good handoff.
That was a good handoff.
Looks like White Mountains, Laconia, and Brady. Looks like White Mountains will take this first heat again. Let's pay attention to the time. They might have a shot at making it in. 48, 47, 48, low 48s most likely with the FAT timing. We got the official results of the men's 1600. Sixth place was Hunter Burns from Kearsarge, 437.80. Sixth place was Sam Call from White Mountains, 438.97. Fifth place was Burns. Fourth place was Nick Randos from Belmont, 435.72. Fourth place was Owen Guizdala from Kingswood, 435.22. Second place, the hard-charging Tyler McLaughlin from Moulton Borough, 434.33. And your 2017 Wilderness League 1600-meter champion was Jake Movesian, 429.76. Led gun to tape. The hardest way to win a mile. That boy is strong.
And that's like a 4-second season's best at least.
Oh, he comes on perfectly at the end of seasons, I
Yeah.
think. And Coach Smith probably has a lot to do with that,
Yeah,
too.
I'm sure it's most of that's in the coaching.
A lot of Movesians coming up, too. That's a big family. Massini's
Yeah.
going to have a good set. All right, here we go. So heat number 2, the heater heat, championship heat. Lane number 1, Kearsarge. Lane number 2, Plymouth Regional. And lane number 3, Belmont. Best time coming in. They have Allman on the anchor. Lane number 4, Kennett. Lane number 5, Kingswood. And lane number 6, Newfound. Look for Belmont to get out pretty good here. Not a great start. Let's see how the turn gets run. Oh yeah, Belmont's making up that stagger pretty quick. Making up that stagger nicely. Nice handoff on the back stretch. Looks like Belmont's in the lead. They are being challenged a bit by Kennett. But again, that could be a little bit A little bit of
Oh,
yeah,
that was
no,
a really
Belmont.
nice handoff.
Yeah, Belmont's running away with this. We'll see what the end has here. They could get one more handoff in. Oh,
Uh-oh.
a little bit of a slowdown in the handoff. I'm not sure if it's going to matter.
No.
That's not going to matter. Belmont's going to be first. Kenneth's going to be second. Plymouth's going to be third. That was 45 and change. 47 and change for sixth place. Looks like they're going to be, all those teams will score. That was a good 4x1.
Yeah.
All right. That was a real good 4x1. Congratulations to Belmont. Lizzie.
Awesome.
Hey, you know who I see walking around?
Who?
I think that's Cole Brown's Elizabeth Danis. Wonder if you want to interview her or talk with her on this thing? And
Yeah,
see how we do?
sure. Where is she?
I don't know. I'm going to go grab her. Hey, Elizabeth. Are you Elizabeth Danis? Oh, okay. Hey, you want to talk to Cam Daly here? You two legends of New Hampshire distance running.
Sure,
All right, you go to Alabama now, right?
I do.
How'd that go down south?
It went really well.
This is a cold day for you, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, here we are with Elizabeth Danis from Cole Brown.
Oh, we're off in this 400.
All right, we have Heat 1 of the women's 400s featuring Faith Pakasuk from Laconia and Jessamine McLaughlin from Kennett.
I'm glad you're doing the names.
I apologize if I mess any names up. These girls are moving. They just hit the 200.
Forgot to do the time. That's kind of rough with a two-person heat, but
Yeah.
at least she has someone else.
It can be a lot easier to run fast when you have a lot more people
Yeah.
in the heat.
Especially with the stagger in the 400. Oh, they're battling it out.
Hey, for a two-person heat, that's a great race.
Yeah.
Definitely
Wow.
the right level of competition.
How long's it been since you've run in a race with lanes, Lizzie?
Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever been in a lane.
Not one time.
No. I never ran. Actually, senior year, I ran an open 400.
Okay.
That was the last and only time. We have Heat 2 of the women's 400 going off, featuring Janine Gannon of Guilford, Jessica Hutchinson of Belmont, Rebecca Peternell from Kingswood, Ashley Vajentic from Kennett, Lauren Rollins from Moulton Borough, and Emma Bellafieur from Kingswood.
It looks like we got some scratches.
Oh yeah, definitely.
4 people.
Scott put somebody in the line, he just needs a sheet, you just drop it off. I'll mention it to him.
This heat has a few more people in it. It's going to make it a little bit easier to run fast, but they're spreading out a little. Have you gotten to run any relays in college, Cam?
I haven't touched the baton yet. I was lined up to run a DMR, but we ended up scratching. Have you been any?
I asked Coach if I could run a 4x4, and he said, never in my college career will I do that.
Well, if you're running the 10K now, so doesn't really make too much sense.
Hey, the 4x4 is a fun event. As that section of the 400 concludes, we have a couple results for you. We have men's high jump. In third place was Charlie Carpenter from Kingswood. Plymouth Regional, excuse me. In second place was Sam Ebner from Plymouth Regional, and Hudson Ingoldsby from Prospect Mountain took the lead. This is the third heat of the women's 400. It looks like we have everyone. Becca Lieberman of Interlakes, Ashley Jurlickson from Plymouth Regional, Emma Lapierre from Franklin, Elizabeth Morrison from Kingswood, Emma Chase from Belmont, and Emily Vaccaro from Portsmouth Christian. Give you an update on the team scores. Kingswood is in first for the men with a score of 35. For the women, White Mountains leads with a score of 44 to Plymouth Regional's 22.
Oh wow, we have, who's this in the blue?
I would say Belmont. Emma Chase.
This one here.
Yeah.
She's out pretty good. She's made it the stagger on everyone.
You guys taking requests?
Coming around the final stretch. We've got Belmont, we've got Kingswood.
What that scores. Pretty good, battling it out.
It's going to be Plymouth, or Franklin, Chad. Plymouth and then Franklin, then Kingswood. More results for you. In the women's 4x1, in third was Kearsarge. In second, Plymouth Regional. In first, Guilford.
So this is the last heat of the women's 400,
Yeah.
it looks like. Maybe we got one more? Or is this it?
There should be 5 heats of the women's 400. Heat 4 of the women's 400 is going to feature Lily Derriozer from Plymouth Regional, Taylor Patel from Kennet. We have Samantha Van Demore from Plymouth Regional, Sarah Huckman from Kingswood, and Alexis Day of Belmont. Did you ever run an open 400 in high school?
In middle school, I ran one last year. Didn't go too great, but that's all right. Yeah, I realized this year that I need to be moved up, so that's where I'm headed. So.
All right, these girls are coming around the final stretch. It's been a really great day for competition out here. I mean, the weather, it's a little windy, but the weather's almost perfect.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a distance race.
A little windy, but otherwise fantastic. Yeah.
It was a close one between Kingswood and Plymouth Regional.
It'd be a nice day to go for a run.
It definitely would.
You've been running around, but I'm not running right now, so none of that for me.
Got a nice break after outdoor season?
I did, yeah. I actually got mono. I blame one of my teammates. I was telling Cox he gave it to me. But yeah, so I'm forced to take a break. A little longer than I want. That's all right.
I'm also on my 2-week break right now.
2 weeks?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get a little antsy after like 10 days. So I'm a bit antsy now.
All right, we have the final heat of the women's 400 meters. In lane 1 should be Hallie Chansey of
White Mountains.
White Mountains. I'm sorry, I don't think this is lanes. Then Delaney Gendel of Portsmouth Christian, Laura Dean of Guilford, Natalie Fraser of Guilford, Brianna Fraser of Guilford, and Avril Prack of Kearsarge.
I feel like a bad substitute teacher trying to pronounce these names.
Again, we apologize for any names, pronunciations.
Should be the fastest heat of the women's 400.
They're definitely flying out there.
They might beat me.
I'm definitely thinking they could beat me right now.
Looks like a pretty good race. They're all pretty bunched.
Guilford has a really strong showing in this race.
Yeah.
3 of 6. And as we come upon the finish, it's going to be Guilford.
61.
Guilford. That's definitely faster than I could run.
That's 18 points. Thank you.
Give you some results. We have the results from the men's 4x100 meter relay in third was Plymouth Regional, in second was Kennett, and in first was Belmont. An update on the team scores: Kingswood is in first for the men with a score of 39 to Kennett's 36. It's a close one. And for the women, White Mountains continues to lead with a score of 44, and Plymouth Regional moves up with a score of 30.
Looks like Guilford just got 18 points in that women's 400 though,
Yeah.
so
We have
that'll
the
put them in the mix.
We have the men's 400 going off now, featuring Eric Adams of Molten Borough and Evan McKenna of Molten Borough. Teammate against teammate.
Another two-person heat.
You know, in a race like this, it's always better to be with. It's nice to have a teammate in the race, but I feel like the competition is more intense when you're with people that aren't on your team.
You think so?
I think so.
I think that's probably true, but I love beating my teammates.
That's a good feeling sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely nice to have a teammate in the race with, like, they probably train together. Like, you can kind of they can key off each other, like, okay, I train with this guy, I should be here, you know?
That was very
That really
close.
helps.
We'll be moving to Heat 2 of 4. This heat is going to feature Ryan Town of Newfound Regional, David Gertman of Franklin, Alexander Bassett from Molten Borough, Alex Poulin from Berlin, Daniel Drury from Prospect Mountain, and Joshua Carrier from Bishop Brady. And it was a false start.
He's always he shouldn't. I mean,
The second heat of the men's 400 meters is headed back to the line, ready to restart after they had to restart.
did they give him a second chance?
Yeah.
That's good.
Ooh, I'm not sure.
Maybe. Was there somebody seated in the 7th lane?
There should be 6 boys in this race, so yeah. I think they took him out. They're giving a reminder about not moving on the start line.
That's hard when you're nervous and ready to go.
I can think of 1,000 different times where I was on the start line and I definitely twitched, so.
Yeah. I had a race in Virginia this spring, and it was like we were saying, like 10:40, and right before, it's my first 5K ever, and the women's 5K is right before us, and a girl fell right at the line. So our race got delayed like 15 minutes, and then somebody false started. And I was just so nervous. I was probably shaking on the line because I'd been out there for like 20 minutes. Oh, I can relate.
Here they are on the home stretch.
Looks like the Molten Borough. Is that Alexander Bassett?
Yep.
Gap the rest of the field. Wow. He could maybe be in contention for scoring from his heat. 54 or something.
That was an awesome race. It's hard to do that all by yourself out in front, especially
Yeah.
in such a short race.
Right, right.
Just want to give you an update on the women's 400 meter results. In third, we have Avril Prack from Kearsarge. Second, Natalie Fraser from Guilford. And first, Lauren Dean from Guilford. Guilford also had another scorer, Brianna Fraser.
Girls 800 meters, second to girls 800 meters.
Is heat 3 or 4?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
We're going to have Griffin Smith of Plymouth Regional, Jim Huckman of Kingswood, Philip Green of Plymouth Regional, Hunter MacLeod of White Mountains, Michael Moore of Berlin, Karnar Euland of Plymouth Regional. They seem to be flying down that backstretch right now.
Just a reminder for all athletes.
Yeah, wow, they're going fast.
1 through 6 in their
This is you said the second to fastest heat?
Yes, there will be one heat after this.
I think they saw Bassett's 54 and they got kind of scared that they weren't going to score. They're going out hard.
Hey, it can be anyone's day at any one time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, Hunter! All out!
They're coming through.
That was a pretty close race.
Pretty close to Bassett's time, too.
Oh, looks like we got another injury. This Kingswood runners messed up his hamstring.
Ouch. That is not a good feeling.
No, especially the week before their state meet. That's a bummer.
Hopefully nothing too serious. Little foam rolling.
Yeah.
Do the trick.
We use PVC pipe for rolling, and it is just really unforgiving.
I used a kitchen rolling pin one time.
Oh,
And let me tell
yourself?
you, that hurt. Yeah.
I have some friends whose like parents will roll them out with kitchen rolling pins. I can't even imagine. Yeah, the PVC took like a month and a half to get used to. It's not fun. That's been nice we got a lot of resources I didn't have in high school. Like we just got a Normatec, one of those like recovery machines,
Mhm.
and I don't know how much it actually does, but it's pretty fun.
I absolutely love Normatecing.
Do you use it a lot?
Oh, I use it all the time.
Really?
All right, last heat of the men's 400. Jack Fagarty from Molten Borough, Chris Caputo from Kennett, Nick Cullig from Plymouth Regional, Scott Hins from Winnisquam, Jeremy Woodbury from Prospect Mountain, and Sheldon Billings from Kingswood.
Well, they're out pretty hard.
Correction on the awards. My mistake. Top 3 receive awards. So don't have to keep them discussing. My top 3 receive awards. Make sure you make your way to the chat shed to collect those.
It's coming down the home stretch. Looks like they're going to end up running pretty fast.
We've got a clear leader out here.
Wow, it's pretty quick. 51 maybe?
That was Scott Hins from Winnisquam.
I'm great, how are you?
I'm well.
Just helping out.
I've been following you. I've been stalking you, boy.
Well, actually, I ended up getting mono. I think I'm good. But,
I'm mostly indoors. I was seeing
yeah,
indoors.
that's why I ran so poorly out. I ran okay though. I ran a pretty good 5K.
All right, next up on the track, we're going to have the women's 300 meters
That was fun.
and the men's 300 meter hurdles finals. To update you, women's javelin results have come in. In third was Molly Durand of Interlakes with 85 feet 1 inch. In second was Sarah Shannon of Molten Borough with 94 feet 8 inches. And in first, with a awesome throw of 133 feet 9 inches, Marina Bayer from Guilford.
How are you?
White Mountains continues to lead the women's scores with 45 points. However, Guilford has closed that gap and moved up with a score of 42. For the men, Kingswood leads with 39, and Kennett is a close second with 36. Belmont not out of reach with 34 points.
I just came. It's just how I was helping. Oh, really? Yeah, I'll be around. I'll be doing the same thing next week. I'm like running the whole.
So you here next week?
I'm letting this.
States?
Yeah, I'll be doing this at States. I'll be around after. I should get back to that.
They're getting ready to set up for the women's and men's 300 meter hurdles right now.
What is this? The 300 hurdles?
Yep.
Have you ever run this?
I have never attempted to hurdle.
Really? I've done it a few times, just as a joke.
Cox always told me I would get hurt if I tried something other than distance running.
Probably, you might. I used to triple jump, like freshman year, and then I just got banned. I'm not allowed.
The real dream was to be a pole vaulter, but it never happened for me.
Yeah, I am just not very equipped to do that. What?
All right, we have the first heat of the women's 300 meter hurdles going
Just
off.
go out and run your race. You looked really strong in the. Yeah. Good luck. All right, we're off. Thank you. Looks like we got yet another two-person heat. It's the 300 hurdles. Which
Looks like
is
we have Guilford.
in Winnisquam. 300 hurdles is only a high school event. I think they run 400 in college.
Yeah, I think there's definitely 400 hurdles. This is Olivia Morea of Guilford and Megan Fife from Winnisquam. And that was heat 1. What? It's right over here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, this is gonna be, we're gonna start heat 2 of the women's 300 meter hurdles with Angel Lynn of Portsmouth Christian, Georgia Stafford of Kennett, Ceres Wheatley of Kearsarge, Lindsay Borges of Franklin, Taylor Lovely of Laconia, and Grace Chlorite of Berlin. I am just amazed by people that can jump hurdles. I'm gonna be honest.
I think I would just get really timid in like the last 100, thinking that I was gonna fall.
Coming down the home stretch for these girls.
It's pretty close. Oh, like a photo finish.
Someone falling over the line. That's something we definitely
Alright.
don't see as much, at least down south in college. Definitely not as much falling over at
Really?
the end. Yeah.
Huh. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I just feel like personally it's you shouldn't fall over at the end of the race in college because you're grown up. It's a little bigger.
That's true, yeah. You guys must, one thing we don't have in our conference is sprinting. You guys must just have.
The sprinting is insane.
What conference are you guys in again?
SEC.
Oh, dang, yeah.
This is the second heat. Yep. There is a third heat.
This is the seat. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the third heat of the women's hurdles, the final heat, featuring Hannah Chattangi from Kingswood, Sana Syed from Belmont, Emma Wheeler of Interlakes, Eileen McKenna of Kingswood, Tamia Ronish from White Mountains, and Amanda Kurowski from Interlakes.
Looks like Emma Wheeler, just a freshman.
It's awesome to be out here as a
Yeah.
freshman.
It's my brother's girlfriend. I'll call her out.
Emma Wheeler is actually ranked first going into
Yeah.
this with a time of 50:54.
Here you go, Emma. Oh. So it's the final heat of girls.
Men are going to be up next.
And the hurdles get a little bit taller.
Although I've never run hurdles, I can imagine that it's got to be pretty important to make sure you're loose before you go into a race like this.
Yeah. Yeah, you could like, I don't even know. I feel like I would like pull my groin or something.
The wind on that first straightaway, that back straightaway, probably does not help their situation right now.
Well, it's getting increasingly windy as the day goes on. Still beautiful out, but I'm just happy to be able to see this and not ugly Providence.
Yeah. Alabama does lack the mountains and the
Yeah.
trees that we have here.
Yeah, it's just not green. It's so nice.
This is heat one of the men's 300-meter hurdles, featuring Jacob Lipscomb of Kearsarge, Christian Shepherd of Franklin, Michael Sallow of Kearsarge, Riley Allward of Guilford, Noah Mosio from Laconia, and Jonathan Austin from White Mountains.
Wow.
It's like Christian Shepherd of Franklin.
Four heats of the men's.
Yeah. Getting ready for the next heat, featuring John Cunningham of Kearsarge, David Brackett of Portsmouth Christian, David Wallace of Kearsarge, Cam Colley from Kennett, Grady Walters of White Mountains, and Ethan Giles of White Mountains. And they're off.
Missed start on that one.
It's definitely cool to come back as a former New Hampshire athlete and like get to watch everything again.
Yeah, you're not stressing out.
It's kind of nicer to watch.
Yeah, I love it. I get nervous. My brother's running, so I get kind of nervous for him. The kids I used to train with, but it's cool with this meet too. We hit a hurdle. I ran in this meet for 4 years, so it's cool to come back and be able to watch it and not be freaking out.
It's definitely kind of how I felt at the Seacoast Championships last night. It was just cool to go and watch and not participate. I didn't have to stress about anything.
Yeah. That's nice. Any really impressive times last night?
Jackie Gahn and Patrick O'Brien both had great miles as expected from both of them.
She ran really fast.
She's really fast
Yeah.
right now.
She ran 10:05 for 3,200.
Yeah, that's insane.
Which is just so fast.
This is the third heat. Sander Gamache of Guilford, Cameron Bennett of Moultonborough, Taylor Mitchell of Newfound Regional, Connor Leggett of Guilford, Isaac Sheehan from Kingswood, Aiden Rupp from Belmont.
Do you know where Jackie's going to school? Or is she
She's a junior this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which makes her times all the more impressive.
Yeah, wow.
And Patrick committed to Dartmouth, I believe.
Unfortunately, I'm kind of mad about it, but
He'll be up there with Dom Rapucci.
he will, yeah.
Isaac Sheehan of Kingswood took the third heat of the men's 300-meter hurdles. And in our final heat, we will have Fiston Kapongo of Portsmouth Christian, Eli Allman of Belmont, Ian Remenar of Belmont, Hudson Ingoldsby of Prospect Mountain, Grant Croft of Kearsarge, and Matt Libby of Newfound Regional. The final heat of the men's 300-meter hurdles is off.
Hudson's really taken off. This is a lot of the same men from the 100 hurdle or 110 hurdle final. So they're seeing each other again. Wow.
Ian Remenar of Belmont ranked first going into this.
Wow. That's pretty quick.
Looks like it was Fiston Kapongo from Portsmouth Christian.
That's his third event of the day, too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he ran the 100 and the 110 hurdles. So. All right, looks like we got the women's 800.
Yep, it should be the women's 800 coming up next. I need them.
In sixth place, Hayden Gable of Interlake. In fifth place, Taylor Lovely of Laconia. In fourth
All right, we're going to have two heats of the women's 800.
Cool.
In the first heat, we have Anna Grafton of Bishop Brady, Amanda Esters of Portsmouth Christian, Aria Stefan of Guilford, Jasmine Piper of Winnisquam, Caitlin Callahan of Guilford, Willow Strother of Interlakes, Lauren Rollins of Moultonborough, Lauren Appleby of Plymouth Regional, Jenny Gannon of Guilford, Katie Lieberman of Interlakes, Gabriella Castrillon of Winnisquam, Kayla Edmonds of Kearsarge, Megan Ebner of Plymouth Regional, and Emma O'Hearn of Interlakes.
Big heat.
Lots of girls in this heat. The 800 is such a hard race when you run it really fast.
Yeah. I'm lucky to probably never have to do one of those again.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited about that too.
Maybe a relay leg here and there, but I'm done.
I always really enjoyed watching Hannah Parker
Oh yeah.
run the 800. However, I much more enjoyed watching her than doing it myself.
Yeah. It's hard. Yeah. Oh.
Christy Schofield has popped a couple good 800s this year. I
Yeah.
think she's-
Her and Leia Salas ran like 209 or something. 208.
Yeah,
That's pretty fast.
it's definitely getting down there.
And Leia won the Penn Relays Mile, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
It's pretty impressive.
That's an awesome win for her.
Yeah, it is. She's coming through in like
79.
79-ish.
It was Anna Grafton of Bishop Brady leading the first lap.
You got the Interlace girls packed up. All three of them just hanging out.
Got a close 1-2 up there.
Yeah, the 800's a feeling of lactic that I just haven't had in the past like year. So I think it would not be good for me. It wouldn't be pretty.
I remember doing 800 workouts with
Oh.
Hannah in high school, and I think that was what death felt like.
Yeah, they were no fun. My high school teammate, who now runs at Dartmouth, Trevor Colby, I used to work out with him all the time, and it was just not fun at all. We'd run like 200s, and I just couldn't keep up. He's running really well. He just ran 151 this year.
This is the final straightaway for the girls 800.
It's like a pretty good battle up front.
It's going to be Anna Grafton of Bishop Brady.
All right. Looks like we got one more on the track.
One more heat of the women's 800. Going into this, we are going to have Peyton Giles of White Mountains, Jasmine Side of Belmont, Hallie Chansey of White Mountains, Maya Dube of Kearsarge, Samantha Van Demore of Plymouth Regional, Caitlin Fay of Kennett, Zoe McKinney of Kennett, Delia Cormier of Laconia, Hannah Mark of Kennett, Maggie Lee of Kearsarge, Mary Peternell of Kingswood, and Brianna Descharnes of Kennett.
I think Hallie just ran the 400 too. That's a really, really tough double. There's not a whole lot of time in between those two.
Yeah, that's definitely a rough one.
That's not something I ever have to do again.
I don't think that's something I ever did.
Double?
No, an 800 and a 400 double.
Oh, I was just talking about doubling.
Yeah.
I don't really have to run two races in a day.
Nice thing about college meets is they're over a couple days, so even if you're doubling, you have a little bit of time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some of the guys in our conference did a 10K, 5K double, and it sounded awful.
Yeah, I got signed up for that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you run the 5K at your conference meet?
I did not end up running the 5K because when you drop out of a race, you can't continue for another
right.
run. My 10K did not go that well.
Yeah, some of those races just, like, people get pulled a lot, are my teammates, and it's just not worth it.
That was the point where it's not worth it in the 10K anymore.
Yeah.
We have a really close pack going through at about 72 on this final heat of the women's 800, though. It's definitely going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. It's going to come down
There
to
are three Kennett girls sitting in what looks to be 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We'll look for that. They just won the 4x8. Those girls there.
$200 to go.
Oh, shoot. It looks like our time got paused. I don't know how that happened. They did not run 129.
That would be impressive.
Yeah.
I think that would be a world record in the women's 800.
And the men's 800.
Right
We'll
here
have
in
to
New
clear that.
Hampshire, it happened.
Well, I thought that they came through. When I saw that, I thought they came through the 600 in 129. I'm like, wow, that's pretty fast.
Looks like we have Belmont finishing
And
first.
it's a train of Kennett.
That would be Jasmine's side of Belmont.
All right, looks like we got some heats of the men's 800.
Men's 800
Do we
heat
have
1. There'll be 2 heats.
2 heats?
Yep.
Big heats. Jeez.
There's a lot of people in the seats. Thomas Sullivan of Berlin, Tyler Mann of Winnisquam, Brett Coop of Kingswood, Keith Badger of Kennett, Noah Geary of Kennett, Maximilian Scott of Belmont, Xander Goldbranson of Prospect Mountain, Logan Haggerty of Kennett, Oscar Miller of Bishop Brady, Elijah Ratfliff of White Mountains, Garrett Pelletier of Franklin, Alexander Bassett of Moultonborough, Calvin Rudiger of Berlin, Joseph Young of Berlin, Brad McDonald of Newfound Regional,
Yeah,
and
right over
Christian
there.
Shepherd of Franklin. Those are the boys
800.
in the first heat of the 800. Hey, your brother's in the second heat.
He is, yep. If you see a taller, more attractive version of me, that's him. He's right here.
His girlfriend just won the 400, so he's
And
gonna
the
come
long
back and
jump,
do
right?
Double, yeah.
Do we have the long jump results?
We have results from the women's long jump. Yep. Emma Wheeler won in 15 feet 2.5 inches. Selena Gauthier of Kennett in 15 feet 2 inches, and Lauren Dean took third of Guilford in 15 feet 2 inches.
So about 300 in to the men's 800. Looks like a Bishop Brady athlete's taking a pretty big lead for this early in the race.
Question is, can he hold
Yeah,
on?
we'll see what happens. Going about 101 through the half.
That would be Oscar Miller of Bishop Brady. It's tough to take a lead early like that and hang on in the 800.
Especially it's kind of windy. Yeah. That's what happened in the men's 1600 today. They went out super hard. Oh, excuse me. Super hard. And held on. There's Jake Mavessian, who looks like he's also in the 800 today. Yeah, the winner of the mile earlier. So looks like our Bishop Brady athlete got caught, but Belmont and Winnisquam are fighting for the win. It's a good race.
Belmont would be Maximilian Schott.
Through in 2:10.
Winnisquam would be Tyler Mann.
This looks like they went out pretty hard. Oh, man, that's the second time my voice is cracked. Seems like they went out pretty hard and tried to hold on. That's never fun.
That is probably the most painful way you could run a race.
Yeah.
I get a lot of that in college. Go out and try and hold on.
Oh. All right, we got the fast heat of the men's 8.
Featuring Cam's own brother, Ian
Yes.
Daly, Owen Gwizdala of Kingswood, Nick Randos of Belmont, Thomas Hallett of Prospect Mountain, Hunter Burns of Kearsarge, Troy Meyer of Prospect Mountain, Sam Call of White Mountains, Jake Moussian of Scenic Regional, Carl Betts of Kearsarge, Ben Bergeron of Berlin, Brody Deshays of Kingswood, Alex Amon from Prospect Mountain, Kyle Mon from Winnisquam, Dakota Somero of Scenic Regional, Jonathan Caputo of Kennett, and Mark Young of Guilford.
Wow, another huge heat. It's kind of dangerous in the 8. I feel like there are lots of pushing goes on. I don't know if that was just how I was used to running in high school, but it gets kind of rough sometimes out there.
I think the most pushing I experienced in high school came at Meet of Champions. That
For track?
Yeah.
Last year?
Just in general, it was always a little rough out there in the
Yeah.
2 mile.
All right. Ian Daly of Interlakes is out hard. He's about 4 inches taller than everyone else in the field.
Just to update you on men's triple jump, in third was Adam Sojka of Belmont with 39 feet 2 inches. Kevin Schlamber of White Mountains in 39 feet 6 inches. And the winner, Sam Ebner of Plymouth Regional in 39 feet 11 inches.
Coming down the home stretch. Let's see what's going on with these boys. They're out pretty well.
Could be
So
right around 59.
They're going to have to close to run fast, though. I think the guy in second looks like
Pierce.
Owen. Owen's coming back from the mile, so he might not have that much in his legs. A lot of these boys are doubling, coming off the 4x8 or the mile, or 1600.
Naomi Merzen of Prospect Mountain, Sadie Bushway of White Mountain, and Angel Van Dog of Plymouth.
So we're about the 600, slowed down a little bit. See if he'll be challenged in the last 100.
Ian Daly coming in strong.
158. I think that's a PR. That's a pretty good race overall.
This is an awesome time to know you're in good fitness to
Yeah.
PR.
Yeah. He's not wearing socks. That's interesting.
Hey, some runners choose not to. Every ounce counts.
Yeah, I guess.
We're gonna have 200 finals next.
Were there trials with 200? I don't think so.
No, there were not.
Okay.
So we're gonna have 200s next.
I wasn't. I was just asking. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Okay.
Results of the women's pole ball. First place, Layla Hinston.
No, I'm good. No, I'm good.
In fifth place, Madeline Marcotte of Kennett.
Thank you.
In fourth place, Danielle Solomon of Kennett. In third place, Allison Hayes of Interlake.
Hey,
In second place, Eva
you wanna find heat sheets for me?
place
Or,
with a height of 6'6",
or
Nadia
never
Van
mind.
Dyne of Kennett.
I need heat sheets for the women's 200. I need heat sheets for the women's 200. Women's 200 is off.
Borowski of Interlake. In fifth place, Tanya Syed of Belmont. In fourth place, Kennan
You gotta go on the camera.
Kingley of
Our race is
Kingswood.
off.
In third place, Tanya Ronan of White Mountain. In second place, Eileen McKenna of Kingswood. In first
We're here in
place,
this first heat of the
this
women's
time a
200.
48-34 from Interlake, Emma Wheeler.
Coming in strong is going to be Plymouth. Then we have Winnisquam, Kingswood, and Kennett.
Runners, please check in at this
Women's
time.
pole vault results. Nadia Van Dyne of Kennett will come in first. Eva Drummond of Kennett second. And Allison Height of Interlakes third. For women's 300 hurdles, Emma Wheeler of Interlakes, Eileen McKenna of Kingswood, and Tamir Ronish of White Mountains. In first, second, and third.
200 women.
Thank you.
I'll bring them right over.
We're gonna start our second heat of women's 200 soon. Sarah Gobashi of Kennet, Victoria Dean of Laconia, Allison House of Kingswood, Brian Dube of Berlin, Sarah Huckman of
Brian
Kingswood.
Doobie.
Dubé. Sorry.
Dubé.
Doobie. Jasmine Gove of Winnisquam.
Guns up. Elizabeth, how's it going? You're making your broadcast debut. How's it feel?
Feels pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
All right. It's a fair start. Looks like Laconia making up the stagger pretty quick here. That's Victoria Dean making up the stagger, but it's Kingswood. Allison House going house on the 200. Got to keep that head still, but she's going to win the 229 and change.
Heat 3 is getting ready to go off. Rhiannon Hacking of Kennet, Mariah Craig of Kingswood, Emma Bellafleur of Kingswood, Hope Rodier of Kingswood, Emma Lapierre of Franklin, and Mackenzie French of Winnisquam.
And the box guns up.
And off.
So you have two distance runners that are doing commentary on the 200. What do we do about that, Liz?
Well, I don't know. We just started it.
Liz,
They're
you sound like you're on National Public Radio.
NPR.
NPR, yeah. In this heat, we got Kingswood's Emma Bellafleur taking the lead. They're going fast to slow today, so this is the second fastest heat. Liz forgot to start the clock, so
Hey,
don't
you're
have the
closer
time
to
for you
the,
this
you're closer
time.
to the mouse.
Liz, how hot did it get in Alabama? What was the hottest day in Alabama?
Oh, there were definitely days when I was running in the afternoon and it was in the 102s, 103s. For the most part, we run in the morning, so it's not that bad.
We got results of the 300-meter hurdles. Sixth place was Isaac Sheehan from Kingswood, 44.96. Grant Croft was fifth from Kearsarge, 44.01. Fourth place was Eli Allman from Belmont, 43.97. Third place was Ian Reminar, 42.55. Second place was Hudson Inglesby, 42.19. And first place, your 2017 champion, was Fiston Kapongo, Portsmouth Christian, 41.62. Who we got running this race?
We got Delaney Jindal of Portsmouth Christian, Amy Combs of Newfound Regional, Elizabeth Morrison of Kingswood, Kayla Budd of Kearsarge, Laurel Gingrich of Guilford, and Morgan Gammons of Laconia.
Making up the stagger pretty quickly is Portsmouth Christian's Delaney Kendall on lane 1. Really hard to win out of lane 1. We'll see if she holds it. She's holding a nice drive to the finish. She's going to be challenged by Kearsarge, but nope, it's going to be Portsmouth Christian's Delaney Jindal, I think it actually is. Congratulations to her on the heat win in 2017 Wilderness League Championships. And of course, Liz forgot to start the clock again.
That's definitely on you. This is gonna be
The heat must have got to her in Alabama.
This is going to be the final heat of the women's 200 meter, featuring Phoebe Keck of Winnisquam, Selena Gauthier of Kennet, Holly Oslo of Portsmouth Christian, Natalie Fraser of Guilford, Caitlin Gable of Interlakes, and Avril Prack of Kearsarge.
I have a question. Would it be okay if I were to plug in one of the extension cord and charge it for a little bit? It's okay if you say no. I'm fine.
They're getting ready to go. Guns up. And they're off.
It's a fair start. Liz hit the clock this time. Good job.
Thank you.
Selena Gauthier is making up the stagger already in lane number 2. She's going to drive down that finish. Maybe this was the heater. Are they going slow to fast or fast to slow? She gotta get
Oh,
her
these
chin
girls
down.
are moving. That'll be-
26 and change. That's got to be the heater heat. So that was Gauthier from Kennett with the win. Holly Olson for Portsmouth Christian was second. And we're moving on to the boys, aren't we?
Yep, 8 heats of the boys 200 meter.
8 heats. Tremendous. Can't get enough 200.
To start, Nick Melchella
Malecha.
of
Nick Malecha.
Kearsarge, Jim Huckman of Kingswood, Matt Stephen of Guilford, and Sean Breen of Plymouth Regional. Here, take mine so I can eat.
So Malecha, Huckman, and Stefan, and Breen. They're settling into the blocks. Fair start. That's Malecha on lane 2, making up the stagger right away.
Yeah, he's out.
He gone. And then Plymouth Regional, Sean Breen is holding him off pretty good. Pretty even.
Yeah. That's a good heat.
Guilford's Max Steven looks like he's taking the lead, but here comes Kingswood. Kingswood's Huckman with a late charge.
Ooh,
It's going to be
gonna
Huckman.
win.
Then Stefan.
How fast do you think you could run a 200 right now, Coach Cox?
I'm 44 years old. I'm glad you're starting to give me heck, starting to feel comfortable now, aren't you? I think I could break 40 seconds if I don't pull Achilles
40
tendon and
seconds.
tear an Achilles. I did run 25 point in my heyday. That was a long time ago, though. Long time.
Is that FAT?
No. No. It
No.
was not FAT. It was in practice. I never ran the
No.
200 open.
So you actually ran like 26.5.
Probably.
We always,
That's
Yeah.
okay.
boys are off.
There's only 3 people in this heat. There's supposed
Oh,
to be
wow.
5. It's supposed to be Robert Holt from Franklin, Andrew Hunt from Portsmouth Christian, Rolando Sylvan Stott from Newfound, Devin Wade from Kingswood, and Alex Poulin from Berlin. That looks like Sylvan Stott from Newfound with the lead. And he's pumping. Kingswood's Devin Wade will be second, followed by Franklin's Robert Holt. That's heat 2 of the 200. You ran a 200 fully automatic time.
No. I don't think I could run much faster than like 26.
You'd be surprised. Young legs. We did a lot of 300 repeats after
Oh.
our main workouts in
Oof.
college. Have to repeat 1200s. Guns up. Oh, no, they're just.
Yeah, I
sorry.
thought that was the start. Yeah. I mean, I used to run 200s in workouts in high school. I run them now occasionally, but I'm getting moved up, so my workouts are a bit longer.
5,000.
Yep, that's going to be my event.
Not
So-
steeple.
No, I thought so. I still think I could be pretty decent at steeple.
Yeah.
But my coach doesn't really like to put recruited athletes in the steeple.
Gotcha. It's a lot of
They're
injuries.
off.
Heat 3, Normandin from Prospect Mountain, lane 1. Ocanedo from Laconia, lane 2. McLeod from White Mountains, lane 3. Gosselin, lane 4 from Kingswood. Lemon, lane 5 from Franklin. Lane 6 is Anderson from Newfound. It looks like Kingswood's Tucker Gosselin is in the lead at this point. He looks strong, looks
Does.
balanced. Rolling through. He's going to come through in about 23 and change. Did you hit that right?
Pretty right.
Dude, you're
Might have
on
been- Might have been 24 high, 24 mid, low.
And that's only heat 3. All right, results of the women's 800. 6th place, Hallie Chansey from White Mountains, 233.34. 5th place, Caitlin Fay from Kennett, 232.91. 4th place, Zoe McKinney from Kennett, 232.84. 3rd place, Hannah Telemark from Kennett 232.29. Second place, Peyton Giles from White Mountains 231.24. And your Wilderness League champion in 2017 is Jasmine Saeed from Belmont 230.20. Women's team scores at this point. Fifth place, Belmont 33 points. Fourth place, Interlakes 43 points. Third place, Guilford 48 points. And it's a 5-point meet. Second between White Mountains 60 and first place, Kennett, right now is 65 points. Heat 4, the 200. Lane 1, Blake Dunlap of Interlakes. Lane 2, Carner Euland from Plymouth. Lane 3, John Shabdelaine from Bishop Brady. Lane 4, Griffin Smith from Plymouth Regional. Lane 5, Kayla Perilius from Prospect Mountain. And lane 6, Landon Kaiser from Moultonborough. And it looks like Griffin Smith is out making up the stagger, as well as Brady's John Shabdelaine. I don't know how to say that name. And then Prospect Mountain's Kayla Perilius. Right now, though, I think it is Plymouth's Griffin Smith with the lead coming through. 23 and change as well. And it looked like Moultonborough's Landon Kaiser was second, followed by Bishop Brady.
It's cool you guys are doing with these interviews, I think. I've seen so many kids so excited to get interviewed.
Yeah.
And we didn't have that until
last year.
Last year,
It was
yeah.
our first year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, last year was our first year. We couldn't get to all the meets.
Uh-huh.
We didn't have a trailer. Runners Alley has been so phenomenal with us and with high school track and field and cross country in New Hampshire. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. But it's also without the coaches all across the state allowing us to do this, to really showcase everyone is great. So heat number 5, Sienna Chandelaris from Interlakes is lane 1. Lane 2, Tim King, Laconia. Lane 3, Ben Hillsgrove, Belmont. Lane 4, Nicholas Max, Belmont. Lane 5, David Glurtman, Franklin. And lane 6, Sheldon Billings from Kingswood. Let's see. That's pretty tight with 2 Belmont boys. Hillsgrove and Max battling it out. You got Interlakes on the inside, lane 1. But it looks like Hillsgrove's going to pull it out on this one. 23 and change as well. That's pretty legit. That's heat number 5. Now we're going to start. They're really banging out these 200s pretty quick here.
Scott's over there.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's been a labor of love, the website, and we don't see it ending. We see us just getting more and more.
It's grown even a lot in the past year.
Yep.
Like since it started, because I remember you guys doing it cross country my senior year of high school last year. Wait, is that when it started?
Well, we were doing the website for a while, but not necessarily filming.
The interviews.
The filming was been the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And interviews the last couple of years.
Yeah, because I remember somebody asked me if I were to dress up as anything for Halloween, what I would do.
And what'd you say?
I think I said Liam Kimball.
Lane heat 6, Will Davidson, Kennett, lane 1, Frank Heckler, lane 2 from Laconia, Logan Montmani from Kearsarge, lane 3, Denver Borgal from Kingswood, lane 4, Bert Prince, lane 5 from Plymouth, and Devin Brecknell from Belmont, lane 6. Looks like Laconia's Heckler is out front. A lot of the 200 is the last 50 of the 200 where you have to have the speed endurance. Let's see if we can hang on. And it's Heckler, 24 and change.
These are all like very close.
Pretty tight.
Yeah.
So I think the last 2 heats are going to be the heater heats. So we'll see.
Just 2 more?
Yeah, I think just 2 more. They're flying. They're doing one about every minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the interviews are really important, I think. We started the site just because there's other unnamed sites, shall we say, that like to charge money for a lot of stuff, and and they still ignore our state, so to speak. So we felt as if as a coaching group that our state per capita can hang with anybody. So, and you guys deserved it. So
yeah, it's been great, especially with Runners Alley helping.
They're a great store. They do great service.
Yeah, I try to. Oh, we're going on.
Oh, there's the start. Heat 7, Nick Baston from Kingswood, Mark Ferjon from Belmont, Gillimore from Interlakes, Matthau from Belmont, Hines from Winnisquam, and Anderson from Newfound Regional. Now, Hines won the 400 earlier, So let's see what he's got. Usually a 400-meter on the 200. It's the last 50 where he really does take over. And it looks like Hines is going to take over in the second to last heat of the 200 and win in 23 and change. Scott Hines, your 400-meter champion, comes on in the last 50 meters to take the 7th of 8 heats in the 200. We'll see if that time holds up. That's when it gets exciting.
Yeah, I try. When I'm home, I always try to order my shoes from there. Just 'cause I'd rather support them than like Amazon or something like that.
That'd be good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, they do stand by their shoes. I mean, if
Yeah.
it doesn't work out, they'll take them back and exchange them. How many running stores do that? I mean, it just...
They also have done great with. My dad has a lot of refugee kids on his team, and they always hook him up with all the sneakers that they like don't sell. They
Yep.
just give him so many. I know he's really thankful.
They do give a lot to to kids that might not have a lot.
Yeah.
So that's really important. Great
Yeah.
community store.
Mm.
It's New Hampshire's running store.
Yeah.
All right, heat number 8. This could be it. Hunter Dupuis from Belmont, lane 1. Jack Fogarty. Jack Fogarty. From Moultonborough, lane 2. Do you know Jack Fogarty, why he's so famous?
Why?
Cam, you got to look it up. Ask your dad when you get home.
All right.
Lane 3, Noah Lautenschlager from Kennett. He's the Hunter champ. Lane 4, Jordan Dossen from Plymouth. Lane 5, Alex Kalpagian from Kearsarge. And lane 6, Chris Caputo from Kennett. Yeah. So right now we got Kennett, Noah Lautenschlager is out. This is going to be tight. Belmont's Hunter Dupuis is right next to him. And then coming up strong
Plymouth.
is Jordan Dossen from Plymouth, but I think it's going to be Lautenschlager with the
that was
win.
Close.
They were 22-20, right around 22-23. So it's Lautenschlager, I think, took that one. Lautenschlager for the win. That was a great race.
Yeah. The computer's blocking the finish line, so I have to like cream my neck.
We have final results of the men's 800. 6th place was Brody Deshays from Kingswood, 206.62. 5th place was Jake Movisian from Messina, 205.76. He won the mile earlier. 3rd place was Nick Randos, 205.39 from Belmont. 3rd place was Hunter Burns, Kearsarge, 202.19. 2nd place was Owens Guizdala from Kingswood, 201.40. And this year's 800-meter champion was
Ian Daly.
from Interlakes, 159.93. Dips under that 2 minutes. It's
I
pretty
think
sweet.
that's a PR.
It's pretty sweet. Coupled with this 4x8, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
It's
he
a nice
split
double.
like 201 or something.
Yeah, 201.
Looked pretty good.
201, 202. Kept it nice and comfortable. Okay, so here we are with girls 3200. We only have 2 events left, Cam. This day's flying by. Scott Clark run meet. That's what happens. So we have Alice Riley, the 1600-meter champ. Showed a lot of strength there in the 1600. She's coming back to the 3200. Jenna Bears from Kearsarge. Leah Dukchevich from White Mountains. Ainsley Towers from Plymouth. Kimberly Bowles from Kennett. Maya Wheel Cooley from Interlakes. Melissa Brown from Kennett. Mary Kretschmer from Kingswood. Madison Rell from Guilford. Hayden Keene from Kearsarge. Elida McKinnon from Kennett. Michaela Palmer from Belmont. Naomi Ingham from Prospect Mountain. Sarah Kaczynski from Portsmouth Christian. And Mukwing Wen from Bishop Brady.
McQueen.
Sorry, Wen family. Fair start.
Yeah, Lizzie and I were botching names.
With no lack of respect. We're doing the best we can.
Yeah.
It's the best we can. Keep that in mind. It's just again, we are NewHampshireTrackandField.com, powered by Runners Alley. Just a little PA announcements. Think about it. If we post everything that's positive that's sent in. If you take pictures at any meet, you go to our community uploads page of our website. We'll post those. If you have any results you want to send in, any pictures, any videos, we will post anything, any articles. If you want to nominate or have an athlete on your team as an athlete feature, just let us know. We'll send the questionnaire. We'll even take a video, whatever you want. If you want to film a workout, those cribs in what was that?
Yeah.
Those are pretty good in cross country. We got to
Yeah, I
figure out a
saw
tracky
those.
version of it. It gets really busy in track, but Got to figure a version of that somehow. But we got Alice Riley out to an early lead. She's not hanging around. We'll give you our first split here, and then we'll give you some results of the women's 200.
She's coming by.
She looks really comfortable.
Yeah, that's a fast pace too.
It's 81 second pace. So 81 seconds for the first 400.
That's what, like,
520.
yeah, 5:24.
That's 1040 pace. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if she's going to keep that going.
That's quick.
So it's like in the 1040 pace, you might just want to, sometimes when we were talking to Cam earlier about how to win races, sometimes it's good to just maybe blaze the first mile so you can relax the second mile.
Yeah.
Time
Time in the bank. That's what we call it.
Time in the bank.
Yeah. You gotta
I
put
haven't
time
heard
in the
that
bank.
one. That's good. Yep, all good.
It's a joke my coach makes about
Brown, coach?
yeah, about the 5K. Whenever he's giving someone advice, he thinks he's really funny. Whenever he giving someone advice about the 5K, so you go out and run a 28, first 200, and everyone kind of looks at him, saying, "Keep that for as long as you can, and then just hold on." Everyone's kind of confused, and he's like kind of snickering. He's like, "Put time in the bank."
So he wants to go out in 56 seconds.
Yeah. Well, he's joking.
Yeah, of course he is.
But
So Alice Riley, let's see what she splits next. She's definitely slowed down a bit, but it's hard to say that she's putting this away this early, but she could be.
she's still on a pretty good pace. She's
85 on that, 86 on that one. So 86 through 800 meters. 86 seconds for the last 400, I should say. Women's 200 results. Sixth place was Kayla Budd from Kearsarge, 28.72. Fifth place was Natalie Frazier, Guilford, 28.70. Fourth place was Caitlin Gable, Interlakes, 28.30. Delaney Gendel from Portsmouth Christian was third, 28.14. Halia Olson from Portsmouth Christian, 27.72. And Selena Gauthier from Kennett is your 200 champ, 27.52. Team scores for men. For the boys, after 7 events recorded, field events might be a little slow today. Tied for 5th with 38 points is Prospect Mountain and Kennett. 4th, Kearsarge with 39 points. 3rd, Plymouth Regional with 44 points. 2nd, Kingswood with 50 points. And 1st is D3, Belmont, 56 points. I don't think they announce meet scores enough at track meets. There's no scoreboard. It's not like basketball.
yeah, they barely announced them, I guess. Huh?
We should get on Smith. Announce the team scores. Here's
Yeah.
Alice Riley.
She's at 1,200. Huh? She looks like Alice Riley's got a pretty big lead right now.
Yeah. Jenna Bear is the
100
second
meters.
Kearsarge. And Leah from White Mountains is 3rd. Kennett Kimberly Bowles is 4th. And Plymouth Ainsley Towers is 5th. So the reason why we're going 5 and then Interlakes Maya Wheel Cooley is 6th. So top 6 score in this track meet today. So that's why we're listing off the 6 because those are points and those are valuable no matter what the event is. They all count the same.
Oh, this was one of my least favorite races.
The 3200.
Yeah,
that was my
not a
favorite
fan.
race.
Really? Oh.
It was my favorite race in high school and college. 3000.
Yeah, the 3K
Indoors.
is very fun.
So how is that different? It's only 200 meters longer.
I'm just a much different athlete now, I think. It's also, I don't know, indoor races go by pretty quickly. As any college race goes
Yeah.
by pretty quickly, but
What did you not like about the 3200 in high school?
I trained like a mid-D boy, and
Okay.
so I was just not that equipped, and like,
What's an example of your hardest workout as a mid-D boy?
well, we stepped it up at the end of last year, so she's at the 1600.
Yeah.
At
So
45.
last 800 was about 3 minutes. So she's settling at about 90-second pace, and she was about 5:45. So it's 11:30 pace. I wouldn't be surprised if she just kind of chills the last mile. She's got D3s next week.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily want to crush it.
I'm trying to think of my hardest. Last year we did 7x800.
That's an old school workout.
Yeah.
6:11 for the next pack. That's about 12:22 pace.
I think I closed in like 2:03 or something.
How much rest?
Like 3 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
But I was in pretty good shape last year.
You had a monster year.
I had a good year, yeah.
Monster.
Yeah. What's been so different about this year is
Interlakes is on 13-minute pace.
Yeah.
That's Maya Will Cooley.
I didn't ski this year. So because I skied 4 years in high school every winter instead of indoor track, and so I got to run all year, which was kind of concerning. You know, I thought I might burn out, but turned out pretty well.
Aside from the mono, I think you had a great freshman year.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I had a pretty successful cross country season.
Saying you had a pretty successful cross country season, moving up to 8K and 10K eventually.
Yeah,
That's a 91, so she settled in a 90-91 second pace, which is kind of what we expected.
yeah. 8K is. My coach lied to me and said, because I got pretty used to 8K. I really enjoy 8K. Actually, PR'd for 5K in an 8K this fall.
Your first one? Because I did that my first one in college.
It might have been my first one. I think it was. Definitely my last one. I PR'd my last. I came through 5K just so fast, and I was pretty scared. But 10K is just a whole different animal.
Yes, it is.
My coach lied to me and said, "Oh, it's really not that different."
Very different.
And they told me after that he lied to me. But
What was your hardest workout this past fall? The one that you remember? Because there's always
yeah,
one.
we did 2 sets of 2K, 1K, 1K, 1K. So 10K of work. I have one of my teammates.
Can you say that again? 2 sets of what? 2K, 1K, 1K, 1K,
1K,
2 sets.
1K. So 10K of
Wow.
work. 2Ks weren't crazy fast. It's like 6:02 towards the
Yeah.
end. But it's still moving. And my training partners, this guy Gabe he's from Connecticut. Really talented athlete. He's the one who gave me mono, actually. And the two of us raced together. And we trained
91
together.
again. 91 again for Alice Riley. Just cruising, clicking them off. Sorry.
And we have a lot of fun during workouts, and we got pulled from the rest of the group because my coach wanted us to run a little slower, and we ended up closing in 2:51 and then 2:48.
So for those that are listening out there, he just said yes. He closed that workout with 1,000 and 2:51 and 2:48.
Yeah, so we were cruising.
High school runners from indoor track at UNH. They're on 9:24, 9:25. They're about 12:55 to 13-minute pace right there, and that's from Kearsarge. That's Jenna Bears, Leah from White Mountains, and Kennett's Kimberly Bowles, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Plymouth is coming through. Plymouth's Ainsley Towers is 5th. But go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I mean, that was basically it. I had a few progression runs and tempos, and we do like light tempos. We call them rhythm runs.
Yep.
That are really hard for me. But yeah, that was probably my best workout. It was fun. I think we closed in 33.
Wow.
It was on grass too, so it was kind of not that
Good.
fast. What was your hardest ever workout?
That's a long time ago. Let's see where Riley is. Bell lap. She dropped down to a 90 on that one, so she's at
Winding it down again.
222. She's gonna run an 1150, 1150s. If she kicks a bit, it could be 1140s. That'll be easily the top seed for the D3s next week. I'm wondering if she would do both at D3s too. I think it depends upon where Belmont is team-wise. No, the one workout I went to school at UNC Wilmington, and the one workout that stood out was senior year 6 mile around the fields, but it's flat. There's some inclines. 3 3 minutes rest. Average 441, 442. Dipped under 439 once.
Oh, that sounds hard.
Well, that was a mistake because felt like we raced that workout, and
Yeah.
that was pretty close to one of our biggest meets of the year. And you could predict what
Yeah.
happened, stale legs, everything. But we got pretty excited and felt really good about it. But it was a mistake. But 6 by mile doing that, and you're definitely fit. But why are you proving on the? Why you want to prove it on working out?
Right.
You want to prove it racing. So that still haunts me to this day. But I also apply it when we coach our kids. So I guess it's
Learning,
good
yeah.
for a reason.
Alice Riley's coming down the home stretch. She
Yeah.
looks she's gonna run. She's close, kind of pretty well.
It might be a PR. That's 11:45.
Yeah.
She ran an 86-second last 400. Nice job. Congratulations, your 2017 World Miss League Championship. And she is setting herself up really well for D3s next week. And look, she is on the track cheering on her competitors. That's good sportsmanship. Can dig that.
It's really fun to watch her close races. And she's doing that same thing that I was saying, just like winding it down.
Yeah,
And
she
it's really nice.
doesn't she look like a future marathoner?
Yeah, she does.
Like she belongs on the roads.
Yeah.
And we had a battle for second between Kearsarge's Jenna Beers and White Mountains Leah. And it's going to be Jenna Beers in 12:23 to Leah's 12:24. That was a good race.
Yeah.
And then fourth place is Kennett's in 12:32, 12:31. Kennett's Kimberly Bowles. Brady has one more lap to go. That's okay. She's here competing. She had to qualify. She made it. Plymouth's Ainsley Towers is going to go 12:49, 12:50. Can anybody else break under 13 minutes? No. But
I don't
this is
see anyone.
Maya,
She's
right?
here. Yeah, it's
Maya
Maya.
Will Cooley. She's going to run. How's that for her? Do you know?
Maya and I were never. She's a freshman. We were never
Freshman,
teammates.
okay.
So
13:06. That's pretty good for a freshman.
yeah.
We got results for the men's 200. Sixth place Scott Hines, out of your 400 meter champ, ran 24:57 out of the second heat, 7th out of 8th heats. Jack Fogarty, Molten Barrel 24:28. He's gonna go back and make some more music. Fourth place Alice Calpagian from Kearsarge 24:13. Third place Hunter Dupuis 23:65. Second place Jordan Dosen from Plymouth Regional 23:35. And first place Noah Lautenschlager from Kennett 23:33. Team scores: Belmont has a 10-point lead over Plymouth 62-52 for first and second. Third place Kingswood 50. Kennett's hanging in there for fourth at 48. Fifth place Kearsarge 43, and Prospect Mountains top 6 at 38 points. Women's team scores seem to be widened a bit. Kennett has opened up a bit of a lead at 75 points over White Mountains with 60. Guilford with 50. Interlakes with 47. Belmont with 33. And Plymouth is your 6th team with right now overall with 31. Up next we have the men's 3200. I will say on the track my favorite was 1200s.
1200s.
Yeah, repeat 1200s. 5 to 6 of them. That was in college.
Oof.
But that was I learned that in high school though. Went to high school right outside New York City and was coached by Mr. Ralph Coleman and Mr. Joe Biddy. But Mr. Coleman was the track coach, and he had me do 4 by 1200 to get ready for the 3200 with 4 to 5 minutes rest. But we would throw surges in.
Okay.
So he'd break up the 1200. Let me do this like Coe Brown a bit, and say I was trying to run 920. We'd go 35, 35, 33, 35, 35, 33. That would be the goal. So you'd have 2 surges in there to practice for championship racing, and it fully prepared me for senior year of 3200 at state meet in New York, which is actually run on a Friday. It's a 2-day meet, run on a Friday, Saturday, and the 3200 is run on a Friday night under the lights. It's beautiful.
That's nice. I ran under the lights this year for the first time.
How cool is that?
It was great. I actually ran twice under the lights. A lot of fun.
Does feel good. All right, so men's 3200. Women, boys, we should say in high school. Kearsarge, Andrew Shepard, Nicholas Whitley, Kennett, Zach Enos from Belmont, Nathan Houghton from Winnisquam, Aiden Haggerty from Kennett, Sam Stiles from Berlin, Connor Jackson from Belmont, Noah Masseau from Laconia, Joseph Collette from Plymouth, Garrison Hiltz from Plymouth, Zach Allen from Messinic, Gabriel Mola from Kennett, Logan Traffy from Messinic, and James Schokel from Newfound. All right.
And we're
Fair,
off.
fair start with no Jake Movisian in here. I think it's kind of wide open. If who can do what here. So right now, Shepard was top seed at 10:29. Nicholas Whitley was second, 10:33. Zach Ennis 10:33. Sam Call from White Mountains, 10:42. So it's going to be pretty tight. It's going to be a pretty tight race.
Looks like we got some results in the women's shot put. 6th place, Chauncey. I think you say that.
Wonkana.
From White Mountains, 30 feet, 1.5 inches. Megan Brand from Messinic, 30 feet, 2 inches. Joey Milborn from Kingswood, 31.7. Naomi Merzen from Prospect Mountain, 32.8 1/4. Angel Janduk from Plymouth Regional, 32.10 1/4, and your winner, Sadie Bushway from White Mountains with 33.10.
And as you were saying that, Cam, they just came through in 73 seconds for the 3200.
Oh, dang it. This must have paused.
That's right. We'll give them splits from home. Kearsarge is Andrew Shepard taking the lead. He's flanked by Nicholas Whitley and Zach Ennis from Belmont. So they're through in 72. And this might take a little bit to iron itself out. These three guys are the top 3 seeds. They're separated by just a few seconds. We could be in for some excitement. See, I enjoyed the 3200 because I felt that we had more of a chess match. You know, especially when there's a bunch of really good runners in it.
Yeah.
And one of the best 3200s I ever saw was Eli Moskowitz.
Yep.
At Louds.
Yep.
Were you there that day?
No, but I was watching it live on my computer.
8:46.
Yeah.
8:46, and he didn't even win it.
I know. I remember thinking the craziest part was that at that point in the state, it was like only me and one other kid who were capable of running that fast for 1600.
Excuse me, they just dropped an 80. They're through in 2:34.
So I remember just being like, what the heck? Like, only 2 kids can run half of that fast.
Yeah.
And
And his PR up until that point was like a 9:10.
Yeah.
So he dropped 24 seconds in one race.
Yeah.
But it was one of those moments, I'm sure you had that, where you just got in a race and it was just hot as far as the pace was concerned. You had a pack of you, and you just threw your splits out the window and just raced.
Yeah, just compete. Yeah, he actually ran a really nice 10K
recently
this year at Raleigh Relays because he goes to NC State now.
Right.
Ran like 29:20, 24 maybe.
Gosh.
It was very impressive.
Yeah, because he was at Brown.
Yep. Yeah, and
for a year.
then
That's why you went
left.
there, because you had an Eli crush.
Yep, that's it. But yeah,
then
and then he moved
transferred.
on.
He had a bit of an iconic photo in cross country
Him?
from NCAA's. You just see the bloody face.
Yeah, he got kicked in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that blew up.
He ended up being. I think they diagnosed him with a concussion with that one too.
And I think he broke his nose.
Yes, he still finished the race.
Yeah.
Tough guys down there in Souhegan.
Yeah.
So coming through the 1200, it's still Shepard in the lead. They just split an 81. Shepard from Kearsarge still leading. That's Whitley from Kennett in second. Ennis from Belmont in third. And kind of hunting them is Nathan Houghton from Winnisquam, just kind of sitting there lurking. So we'll see what he could come up with. 5th place from Plymouth looks like Garrison Hills. He's the one that did the barrel roll in the 1600, if you remember. So he looks all patched up and ready to roll. So we'll see what we got.
Who's this in 3rd place?
3rd place is Belmont Zach Ennis.
He looks great.
He does. He's just kind of sitting biding his time again. You know, you got 3 legendary coaches that coach these kids. Well, 4 really. So Andrew Shepard's coached by Ernie Brake.
Yeah.
Who is the ageless one. He's like 60 and still running Mount Washington's.
Jeez.
And then you got obviously Bernie Livingston, Eileen Livingston, and Tim Livingston coaching Whitley. Nice catch. Nicholas Whitley, and they've been around forever.
Yeah.
And then Zach Ennis is coached by John Gogol. And Scott Clark, I'm sure, has a
Scott,
couple
yeah.
2 cents in there.
Yeah.
So all of them run very smart. And they just came through the mile in 5:15. That was another 80 seconds. So they're on 10:30 pace, running very even splits. We're going to have 2 heats of the women's 4x4 and 2 heats of the men's 4x4. And then that'll be it for the day. Flying through. Scott Clark said 1 o'clock. It's 12:54. He's not going to make his time. So you know how we talked about how you enjoyed beating your best buddies?
Yep.
Better. Oh, I'm going to enjoy rubbing this one in.
He hasn't been coaching at Belmont for too long, has he?
Belmont's for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Scotty. Scotty. So, I'm a little bit disappointed. I apologize. 12:54. We still got 4 heats of the 4x4 to come. Yep. You're on air right now. I just want you. Hey, great meet. It's flying along. You guys had a lot of 200s. We're done in like 5 minutes. Yeah, man. It's cool.
Do you have a pen?
I
If
do.
not, then check. It's just blank, so you'll have to fill it out.
I have a pen.
He has a pen. Okay, that was another 80 by the top 3, and they're definitely on 10:30 pace. And they're flying along. Halton is still lurking there. And he's still lurking in the back there. I would say Halton, if he's gonna kind of throw his 2 cents in this, he needs to get up to that pack within the next lap or so. But that pack of 3 is content just to cruise. It looks a little bit like Ennis might be struggling here, but maybe that's just kind of his style. Shepard continues to lead. That's not easy to do.
Yeah, Ennis has to close this gap.
Real quick, we'll give you the triple jump final standings. 6th place was Tabitha Lopes from Plymouth Regional, 29.9. Sierra Lamphere from White Mountains, 31.1. Caitlin Gable from Interlakes, 31.2. Gracie Hardy from Prospect Mountain, 31.6. Caitlin Carpenter from Kingswood, 32.6.5. And your 2017 Wilderness League champion, Emma Wheeler from Interlakes, 34 feet 6 inches. That's going to put her right up towards the top of the state. So watch out, many champions.
She's only a freshman. She's won.
Holy cow.
Emma won the 300 hurdles and the long jump and the triple jump.
Holy cow. She's the star.
She is. She's dating the other star.
81. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
81 as Whitley takes the lead from Shepard with a couple laps to go. 81. And Ennis is now falling off. Shepard's place is starting to string out a bit. Houghton is still lurking. I think he's got 3rd or 2nd place on his mind because Whitley is taking off. So let's get back to that. Wheeler, the freshman, Dayton.
Yep, the big stud.
The big stud.
Ian Daly.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm not sure which one's more impressive, the 34.6 triple jump or the 159.800.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure.
34.6 is.
That's legit.
It is legit.
That's legit at any level. D1, D2, D3.
Yeah.
The women's team scores have tightened up. First place is Kennett with 75 again, but White Mountains have tightened up to 73 points, a 2-point advantage. That's it. Interlakes is up to 3rd at 61 points. 4th is Guilford with 50 points. And 5th is Plymouth Regional. The boys' scores have tightened up slightly. Belmont 62, Plymouth 52. Whitley comes through. Lap to go. Drop a 74. Dropped a 74 off an 80. Drops a 74, and he's put this one away. Shepard's a bit labored coming through. 9:20 with a lap to go. Houghton has caught Ennis. 9:25. Houghton, who's been doing that lurking the whole time. Ennis still looks like he has life in his legs. Ennis looks pretty good, like you were saying.
Yeah, he just made a move past him.
Yep, I think Ennis looks the best. If I was the judge, who looks the best now. Houghton's got some sneaky stride there, though. You never know. He might be able to open that up a bit. But Whitley's running away with this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, excuse the pun. Whitley is running away with this one. The question is, how fast can he go now? Less than 200 to go. He's at 9:55. So he could PR. Next week's D3 meet starts at 2 o'clock. That's good news, don't you think?
Great news. Great news.
Here he comes through at 10:18, 10:19, 10:20, 10:21, 10:22. Closed with a 69. So he was hitting 80s, closed with a 74, and then a 69. That's a pretty good job. Well done. Well coached. Probably running up Mount Washington every day, doing the presidentials once a month. And Ennis wins the battle, 2-3-4, 10:40, 10:41. That's Shepard third. Houghton doing all the lurking fourth. That was a good race. Fifth is from Plymouth. Hiltz from Plymouth.
Come back from his fall in the mile.
It's Berlin. Sam Stiles. Belmont's Connor Jackson. Kennett's Gabriel Mola coming across. Onto the 4x4, sir.
It's my favorite event to watch. 4x4.
It's probably one of your favorite events to run in, too. It's what usually closes out a meet. Can decide a title or two.
I'll never. Yeah, that happened with my team my junior year.
Yeah?
Decide the title.
The Wilderness League? Or the state championship?
D3s.
D3s, awesome.
It was huge.
So you guys won?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. That was the year Kearsarge was supposed to win outright pretty easily. And then what happened?
Our distance team scored like 50 points. That's what happened.
That's awesome.
Yeah, now Hefe's the only one left. We're all gone.
Hefe.
Yeah.
Hefe. That means his brother. He calls him Hefe.
Yeah. 4x4. I'll never run another 4x4, I don't think.
Yeah, Brown has enough of those.
Yeah.
Enough of those people.
It's not me.
What was your best 400?
I used to split 50 point consistently. My college teammates say that's not true, but I think it is. That's why I said.
It was your.
Like, is that FAT? No.
No, you only count if it's FAT.
Yeah, but I used to run like 50 flat, 51.
That's good.
I don't know if I could do that anymore.
It's good for a miler. Women's 4x4 is in the first heat of 2, Newfound Regional, White Mountains, Interlakes, and Prospect Mountain.
Yeah, Lizzie was saying she asked if she could do a 4x4, and her coach says, "You'll never do that." Not once.
University of Alabama? Yeah, she's not.
Yeah.
They got plenty of those. They probably all split 55, 56.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right, 4x4s. Here we go. Now this team title has definitely tightened up.
Is it just the one heat?
It's 2 heats. In the next heat, you have Kennett. White Mountains is in this heat, so we should pay attention to the time because it's between Kennett and White Mountains right now with our scores. So Kennett, according to the last set of scores we got, Kennett's up by 2 points over White Mountains. And White Mountains is in the slower heat here. But sometimes it's just because of seed times. The coaches could put teams together that could be significantly faster. So let's see what this does. Yeah, White Mountains comes in with a 440. Top seed is Kingswood with 425. Co Brown has the meet record. 413.94 back in 1997.
Oh, you guys used to come?
Yeah. We Co Brown used to be Division III, which used to be Class M at the time.
Oh, yeah, right.
So they won a couple titles, and then their third title on that run, third in 4 years, was in Class I, their first year in Class I, which is now Division II.
Right.
So we got White Mountains out to the lead. I mean, so they do have to do some work here. They have a shot at the title here, but at the overall team title. But they definitely have to drop a time that can place relatively high because Kennett is the top seed in this event. That was a 69-second opening leg. Now, I think they're a lot. Are they doing a 3-turn
Yeah,
stagger?
it's a 3-turn
Okay.
stagger.
I like them, but I hate them. I don't know where to do the splits. It's really
Yeah,
hard to know where
it's
to do the
hard to get
splits on the
splits.
first one.
Yeah, they're nice. They're nice for the athletes. But
You know, Penn Relays, they put like 15 to 20 4x4s on the line, waterfall start at a time.
that's ridiculous.
Part of me really likes that.
The waterfall
Yeah,
4x4.
Throw some elbows, it'll be all right.
Use your baton as a weapon.
That might not be within your form.
No.
Growing up in New York, you had to sharpen elbows and perfect certain
I've learned a few tricks this year.
indoors in the Northeast. You had to. Indoors is a really physical time at points.
It's fun. Yeah, we learned if our teammates do, if you grab someone like right by their hip bone and just move them, they can't do anything.
No.
Oh, yes, the final one.
218, so I'm 436. Oh, what happened?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was all my fault.
White Mountain's got a big lead.
Yeah, 436 pace. I mean,
It's a lot faster than their seed, right?
yeah, they're 440 seed, so we'll see what that does. High jump for girls is at 5 feet. Kenneth just missed it, so you definitely have high jump still going on. The horizontal jumps, boys, long jump still going on. Pole vault's done, shot put's done, javelin's done, discus is done. So we're looking at just the girls' high jump, which could very well have an impact on the team score. We'll try to tell you who's still left. Kenneth's still left, obviously. They just missed at 5 feet, but we'll see kind of where we're at. See if there's any other competitors. If not, they could be putting the team title away in the high jump. This points count just as much. Take them out, White Mountains. Okay, so 332. I mean, if she runs a 65, it's 330, 438, which is a little bit better. I'm not sure that's going to do it, but we'll see. Second place right now is Prospect Mountain, followed by Inner Lakes and Newfound. Results right now, the team scores, we just got handed on a team score update. Kennet and White Mountains are tied, 79 points. Belmont is lead is significantly shrunk, 62. Kingswood is second with 58. Plymouth third with 56, and Kennet fourth with 48. This is going to come down to the 4x4s. Cam Daly. That's
awesome.
exciting.
That's the best way to finish.
Yes. Let's see what White Mountains comes up with here. They're at 430 right now. They need to run right around 430 to have a shot, I think. But this is definitely a PR, 437 or so. 438, you're on a 65-second 400. Second place is going to be Inner Lakes.
Oh, nice.
Inner Lakes coming through nicely. And they're going to be about 450, 451. Followed by Prospect Mountain and Newfound. Results of the men's discus. Sixth place, Jacob Robinson. Cam's getting shout-outs left and right. From Berlin, 112, 4 inches. Fifth place, Michael Wernig from Guilford, 113 feet, 2 inches. Fourth place, Garrett McComber, Plymouth Regional, 113 feet, 5 inches. For third place, Sean Sullivan, Bishop Brady, 117 feet, 9 inches. In second place, Jacob Dearborn from Kingswood, 125 feet, 5 inches. And your champion from Newfound Regional with 126 with a chuck of 126 feet, 9 inches. That's Leo. Go ahead, Cam. Try that one. Tornaturkis.
Tornaturkis?
Tornaturkis.
I have no idea.
We'll call him Mr. T.
There's Leo.
That works. Nice job, Leo. That's tremendous. All right, here's our heater, the 4x4. Women's, lane 1, Bishop Brady, lane 2, Winnisquam, lane 3, Kennet, lane 4, White Mountains, and lane 5, Laconia. Lane 6 is open. 3-turn stagger.
I've been up since 6 a.m. to get all the way over here.
We really appreciate it. we drove at 6:30 from Northwood. Up
That's
at
fair.
5. I wasn't home last night till late. Seacoast Championships for Co Brown and at Exeter.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
windy.
Lizzie was saying that there's some pretty fast miles.
Yeah, Patrick O'Brien.
What did they run?
He got. I mean, it was pretty windy, so he got. I mean, the back stretch into the turn was a gargantuan wind.
Yeah.
He broke the meet record that was held by Jeremy Broussard.
Okay.
So 4:22, 4:23. Not his
And-
best, but it was just really rough. And then Jackie Gahn ran 5:13, but again, the wind was strong. She was kind of getting blown off the track, literally.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Still in the zone. So Kenna, if Kenna wins this, it looks like they have the final high jumper. If Kenna wins this, they have the final high jumper. They should be fine. They should be the 2017 Wilderness League champions. And
How are they?
I'll have to check.
Is that them in this
They're in this heat, yeah.
in this pack, the front pack here?
That's what we gotta check. Yeah, no, I don't think they're in the front pack. They are not in the front pack. They're
Oh.
4th right now. They're laughing at us, Cam. They're laughing at us. All right, with our handoff midway through.
Oh, they're running pretty fast.
Yep. They're on 4:15, 4:16 pace.
Was she at 4:25?
Yep.
Wow.
That was the fastest time. Last year, Kennett won the boys, White Mountains won the girls, and Kennett was second. So Kennett would be able to finish this off. That'd be kind of nice.
Well, my team didn't even place last year. Jeez.
Okay. With one leg to go, Guilford's first, Kingswood second, Plymouth is third, Kennett is 4th. Kennett's got some work to do here to cement the team title, I would say. But we will see. On the boys' side, Kennett's won the last
Many years.
2 years. Kearsarge won in 2014, Plymouth in 2013. One leg to go.
Some nice, pretty turquoise shirts you can wear around the rest of the state. Look phenomenal the rest of the season.
Guilford is running away with this. Kingswood's making a play.
Oh, she ran
And
pretty fast.
if Kennett could overcome Plymouth for third, that would help. We got to pay attention to Kennett's time here. Because White Mountains, what would they run, 4:38?
4:38.
Yeah, so here comes Guilford, 4:11. Oh, they're going to do it. Guilford, that's an impressive time, 4:15.
Yeah, that's fast.
It's one of the better ones in the state. Kingswood's coming through in 4:19, 4:20. Plymouth powering through in 4:20, 4:27. Kennett's going to be 4th in 4:29. And Kearsarge is finishing up 4:38.
So we got 2 heats of the boys.
2 heats of the boys. And results of the men's 3,200. 6th place Sam Stiles, Berlin, 10:59.15. 5th place Garrison Hiltz from Plymouth Regional, 10:53.93. 4th place Nathan Houghton, Winnisquam, 10:41.84. Same time, 10:41.42 though from Kearsarge. Andrew Shepard was 3rd. Zach Ennis from Belmont, 10:40.27, and Nicholas Whitley from Kennett, 10:22.13 is your champion. It's kind of crazy when we say that, and we have a girl, Jackie Gahn, that runs 10:05,
Yeah.
which at
That, is ridiculous.
Which, boys, you shouldn't feel bad because 10:05 in
It's so
Division
fast.
2 on the boys' side would be 4th or 5th ranked on the boys' side also. So number 5 in the country. When you start threatening the 10-minute barrier,
Yeah, that's unreal.
yeah, it happens, but it just doesn't happen very often. So that's pretty tremendous.
Is that a state record? Oh, it doesn't
Oh
count,
yeah,
does
she
it?
dropped her state record. It should get on. I mean, she wore a uniform. It's a sanctioned meet, so
Well, didn't the same thing happen to Eli?
that should get on too.
Oh, really?
We'll take a look at that. So in this first heat is Bishop Brady, Winnisquam, Kennett, White Mountains, and Laconia. Team scores for the men. So the women's were tied 79-79 just a minute ago. Belmont has opened up their lead again, 70-58 over Plymouth and Kingswood and Kennett. Kingswood, Kennett, and Plymouth are tied at 58 points. So the team title is definitely coming down to the 4x4 as well. Not the team title, but second, third, and fourth. Looks like Kennett's going to win their third title in a row. I mean, Belmont's going to win their. Have to look at the history here. When did Belmont win the last? If Belmont truly has won this, when was the last time Belmont won the Wilderness League?
Not when I've been in high school.
I don't see Belmont on this team champion list at all, at least in the 2000s.
Through the first leg in like 55, 54. It's really hard to tell.
It's
on this
supposed to be middle of the
3-point
zone, but it's
stagger.
just really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Cam, Belmont has never won this
Wow.
in the 45-year history.
Wow. I don't think Interlake says either.
How old is Interlakes as a school?
Old.
Okay.
I don't know how old, but
Old?
old. We have a lot of my friends' parents went to Interlakes.
Belmont hasn't even been in the top 3.
Wow.
2009, second place, 60
Yeah.
points. Yeah, pretty legit. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
What was that?
153.
153.
He
So
just ran like a 58, 57, something like that.
So that's Kennett in the lead. Second is Laconia.
Hey, what's up?
Men's javelin, 5th place Zeke Priminal from White Mountains, 130 feet 1 inch. Mason Delphonse from Newfound, 133.5. Randall Willett, 4th place Kingswood, 140 feet 8 inches. 3rd place Bryce Valancourt from Messinic, 142 feet 8 inches. 2nd place Guilford, 147 feet 2 inches. Finn Baldwin, and number 1, the champ from Franklin, 153 feet 4 inches. Giovanni Lemon.
That's nice, too.
Kennett with the lead with a leg to go.
53.
We're looking to run in the 340s.
Oh, Sam Call's taking off.
Who's that?
Which
team?
White Mountains.
White Mountains, okay. Women team scores on this: 79 Kennett, 79 White Mountains. Same as before. All right, heading into our final race. After this one concludes, during this broadcast we will not have who won the team scores. They'll do that ceremony after. But it's been a great track meet. Thanks for coming, Cam.
Thank you. for
Appreciate
having
it.
Me. I'll be back
Next week with a special guest.
Yeah, surprise guest.
Did he verbally commit? Did you have a
No,
verbal?
but I'll make him come.
And that's Kennett winning in 3:47. White Mountains is second in 3:49. Laconia 3:53, maybe 4. Heading into our final race. Lizzie Dennis, how excited are you about the final race?
She said she's so excited.
You can sing that. Someone should write a song saying how excited they are.
And I just can't hide it.
Cam Daly just made his singing debut. Maybe it should be his exit song, just judging by his tone.
Yeah, yep. First and last.
In this final heat. Oh, we still have Bishop
Oh.
Brady finishing. So round of applause. Final heat of the day in the 2017 Wilderness League Championship final heat. Plymouth Regional Lane 1, Prospect Mountain Lane 2, Belmont Lane 3. Belmont going for their first ever team title. Interlakes Lane 4, Kearsarge Lane 5, Kearsarge Lane 5, Kingswood Lane 6.
Those are my spikes.
He's wearing your spikes?
Yeah, he's wearing my spikes.
That's not your. Is that your? That's not your brother.
No, it's one of my teammates.
Those lucky spikes, they get passed down.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Where's our 2? Hey, Kingswood, where's your 2? Scotty. Right here.
Yeah, scores.
We're waiting on you. On this side, this side. Guys, in the 2s, you have to see.
Uh-oh.
Scotty. I got scores. You want to see them?
I don't think these kids have been running a 3-turn stagger most of the season.
Oh, that should be interesting.
It's
He wants Colby. He wants Colby.
Yeah, I said Colby.
Can Colby come?
All right, here we go.
Looks like it did.
Interlakes, Kearsarge, and Belmont. Belmont's in the thick of this team race, as is Kearsarge.
Looks like Interlake's got an early lead. No surprises there.
Belmont, Kingswood, Plymouth, Kennett, Kearsarge. Those are the top 5 teams heading into the 4x4. Belmont's taking the lead.
Oh, he's cooking.
I think we could trust these scores. I hope we could trust these scores.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, men's long jump coming in. Kearsarge usually does pretty good with this.
What? It's a pretty good leg
There we
from
go.
Belmont.
That's a great leg by Belmont.
See what happens.
51, but I don't know. 3-turn stagger, never know. Prospect Mountain second. Interlakes, that's Ian Daly. He's got his magic shoes. And then Kearsarge flying through. Men's long jump. 6th place, Grady Walters from White Mountains, 18 feet 3.5 inches. Sam Ebner from Plymouth, 18 feet 7 inches. Davis Jollimore from Interlakes, 18 feet 9.5 inches. Corey Weston from Guilford, 18 feet 11.5 inches. Ben Zwang from Portsmouth Christian, 19 feet 7 inches. And Eli Pigney from Interlakes, 20 feet 2.5 inches. Men's team scores, Belmont still at 70 on this printout. Kingswood 62, Plymouth 60, and Kennett's 58. Women's team scores were still tied, Kennett and White Mountain 79. What was that? Looked like you got something there.
He said that those are updated results. It should be almost done.
Awesome. Belmont just dropped a 54 on that. Interlakes is right on him off of Ian Daly's. Looked like he flew. And Prospect Mountain, then Kearsarge, and then Plymouth. Last leg. It's safe to say then, if Belmont wins this 4x4, they win the team title for the first time in school history.
Only one other time in the top 3, you said?
Only one other time. Interlakes is in the thick of it. He's being
Chased down.
By Prospect Mountain. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I think that's Hudson Inglesby.
150 to go. We'll see. I think it's safe to say Belmont's going to win this, and with it, take home the team title first time in school history. Congratulations.
Oh, he's getting chased down.
No, not enough room. He's going to be strong enough. Belmont wins it, and with that, the team title. He just split a 52-point. Interlakes his second. He ran 337 and change, 339 and change for Prospect Mountain, 342 and change for Kearsarge, 343 and change for Plymouth. And Kingswood gamely fighting 349. So with that, we're pretty sure Belmont wins the team title. Still waiting on Kennett scores for women's, but it's safe to say Kennett took the team title also in the girls with White Mountain second. Kennett had the last high jumper that was still competing, and they also did well in the 4x4. So with that, we're going to sign off. Cam, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
You. Thanks for having me.
And it's a good training day for him for next week.
Yep.
Well, he will have a guest commentator that we're going to keep as a surprise. So with that, we're going to sign off, and we will see you guys next week at D3's NewHampshireTrackandField.com, powered by Runners Alley. We will be trying to cover all 3 divisional championships in our second year, which is our goal next week. Sorry for no live streams, but they'll be uploaded soon after the meet themselves. Thanks a lot. Look for previews. Look for meet hubs. Look for all that cool stuff that we're trying to do. Thanks again.
Thank you.